Hey, it's time for Call of Duty Ghosts. Yeah, be sure to like the video. Subscribing is great as well. What, did they just spawn behind me? Oh, never mind. I guess they ran there. Yeah, if you're buying any game on the Xbox store, the affiliate link in the video description takes you to the Microsoft Store and supports the content on the channel, which is great. There's also an Amazon Store affiliate link. And consider becoming a channel member. It's, you know, it's like $1 to join. Why not become a member? It's a lot of fun here. Oh god. So this is one of those bad situations where I don't know how things are going to work tonight because there's not like a whole lot of people playing, it looks like. I don't know why I jumped in here because I couldn't really think of anything else, I guess, that came to mind. And for whatever reason, there happens to be a clan of people that still play this game. They're called like the Rovo clan, is this group of guys that all play together on the other team. I don't know why it doesn't show their clan tags, but yeah, so I don't know why there's a clan that still plays this game. I don't know why they'd expect people to play against if they're playing as a clan, because, you know, they're going to intimidate other people, because, you know, a team that plays together is going to do better. Because as soon as I saw this load in, I was like, oh god, what am I doing? Why am I starting the stream? I should do something else. And then I'm like, we're going to embrace the madness of ghosts, and it's going to be a bad situation. I can't promise things are going to go well, but we will get ghosted hard tonight. That I am certain of. In these early Xbox One, late 360 era color palettes of gray and brown coloring, where you can literally not tell the details of the environment apart because everything looks so, like, statically similar from an aesthetic standpoint. But hey, on the bright side, we're only down by, like, you know, 8 kills off the bat, so could be worse. And it's team deathmatch, so it's like, how much far ahead could they really get? But what I really want to get to is the ending of this. I've been playing the Star Trek Resurgence game on days where it's like, it's too noisy for me to actually get any work done, because people like to sit around for hours doing nothing but wasting my time. And yeah, I'm almost done Star Trek Resurgence, and I'm kind of really enjoying it, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it all wraps up. I'm pretty sure I'm like right near the end of it, so I hope that goes well. I find with ghosts, the more you like run around, the more you're gonna get like shot, unless you're like really going intensely. They got the Juggernaut? Well, that's not good. Is that guy drop shotting? What a loser. Are these guys actually playing it as if this is like some competitive clan-esque sort of experience? This is Call of Duty Ghosts, man. This game's ancient. They need to calm down and be less serious about this. Like I said, it's Call of Duty Ghosts. This game it's ancient. It's like those guys that play Black Ops 2 and like do the modding through the walls and stuff, like shooting through walls. It's like, who are you trying to prove that you're good to? Although people that cheat aren't good, but you know what I mean. I love how I go on this intense killing streak, and yet I'm still even on my KD ratio. One sec, I'm gonna mute everybody. Mute all. I like the newer CODs where the mute settings are good. Spoilers of what? Do you use the affiliate link for your to get your PS5? Oh, thanks for doing that, man. I mean, I hope it works too. I mean, some of the stuff works on Amazon. I do get some affiliate stuff through there, so thanks for going through the link to do that, man. That is appreciated. God damn it. Yeah, it's always appreciated. There's a ghost skin in Modern Warfare 2. Oh, like a Call of Duty ghost. Oh, you joined the Discord. That's nice of you. I hope you enjoyed in there. You just kind of chat. It's like if you were ever in a forums, like, you know, on the internet, like, you know, like Reddit or, you know, like any sort of internet forums. Discord is essentially just like, they've taken all that stuff that you would, you know, kind of enjoy online, search online, and they've stolen it from the internet, and they've hid it inside their own private apps and stuff. That's essentially what Discord is. So it's probably not good for the internet, but it allows a group to control a lot of data and information, and everybody loves it because it's really convenient. You can do all kinds of silly stuff in it. But Yeah, no, thanks for joining. I hope you find it fun. I don't know, we share stuff in there. I think, you know, mostly it's been court case stuff recently, but you know. There's usually fun things in there. And dog gifts, yeah, people like posting that one dog that does all that stuff. Oh, God damn it. Well, so I hope you figure it out. The world will never know peace as long as ghosts have as players. It's true. It's very true. Glad you like the streams. Who isn't feeling ghosted? So, oh, Star Trek Resurgence. I mean, I wouldn't spoil it. It's still relatively new, but... I've actually thoroughly been enjoying it. I'm almost at the end of it, I think, like I said. I mean, I don't know how much longer is left, but it feels like everything's kind of like building towards like an ending, if that makes sense. So it seems like the climax is coming. Of a drink, picture of a drink on a shelf. Well, I mean, you're well on your way there. Yeah. Look at me, I went even. I'd say that is a good match. That guy on the top carried us against that clan. I guess so. Go. The deal going through tomorrow? The deal is definitely not going through tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day of the court case, and then they have until Friday to send over the information, and the judge will look at everything over the weekend, and then, yeah, next week we'll have a decision, essentially. Keep in mind, this is just the injunction. You know, it's just preventing the injunction, and then Microsoft will close the deal, and then, you know, there'll be legal stuff in the backdrop. Where'd the clan go? You know, we had this great big clan of players that thought they were so good, and now they're all gone. Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Really? That's what happened here? Do I stick with this, or do I find another lobby? You gotta be kidding me. We got one match with those idiots, and they left? Where did they go to? Don't tell me this was like, we're doing one last match, guys, and then we're going to bed. You gotta be kidding me, that's literally what happened. Now they're in the pregame lobby. Okay, I'm gonna search for a new lobby here. It's gonna just join me back into that same group, isn't it? God damn it, this is the worst night to play this, I think. I know there's games here. There's not like 90 people playing deathmatch and there's no games. It's just because there's no DLC games that you want to shove me into. Let's see what these guys are doing. Last seen 4 days ago on YouTube. Unlikely. Free game lobby. Wait, did it find me a lobby? Ah, here we go. A DLC lobby too? Oh, maybe we are getting lucky tonight. Ho ho ho! Maybe the COD Ghost gods are in my favor after a year. If you get the package, you can play as Michael Myers and go and cut people up and go whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Fish AI. TV. Call of Duty. Call of Duty. TV. Fish AI. I mean, we did, you know, they did lose the fish AI between this game and the other Call of Duties, right? Like, this was classic. No other Call of Duty game had fish technology like this one did. You know, it was sad that the fish technology disappeared over time, but it was incredible. The fish would literally react to you swimming. I don't think any games ever had that at all, you know? The fish AI was so advanced, it was like a feature. Okay, that was terrible. It's like he literally like blocked my shots or something. Okay, anyways. Not a good way to start the night. I don't know how I got that second person. I really shouldn't have been able to, but... Did he just jump shoot me? Okay. Alright. Kind of a creepy map, too. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this one, but it is very creepy looking. anyways, hilarious story. I went to go and do a walk tonight. And, yeah, it didn't go very well, but, yeah. So I was following the case. You know, the trial of the Activision Blizzard court case or whatever today. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna, like, I went to the gym in the morning, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna eat, and then I'm gonna go on this walk. So I kept getting delayed because of the court case. They kept, like, you know, it was getting extended. There was details and everything. I was like, okay. And then I finally go. You know, I got everything ready. I got the sunscreen. I'm ready to go and enjoy some sun and a, you know, close walk because it was late in the day. And as soon as I start driving, it starts pouring. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? So I got, like, literally, I didn't even leave the neighborhood, and the raindrops were just, like, pouring down. I was like, god damn it. So anyways, I get stuck in traffic, because, you know, to get back, I have to, like, turn around. So I have to, like, go down this road, I have to go into this other area, I have to come back. But I got stuck on traffic going to that other area. I got stuck on traffic within this area where I have to do a loop-to-loop. And then I got stuck in traffic on the way back across the area, too, to where I am. It was hilarious. And then I get back, and it, like, rains, it pours, it thunders for, like, a few minutes, and then it's done, and it doesn't rain again. I was like, what is this? I was like, okay, I guess I'm not walking today. I was like, wow, alright. I mean, I got my fitness in going to the gym, but I wanted to go enjoy a nice solo walk, but apparently not. Yeah, spooky Halloween did come early indeed. That was accidental. And I stunned myself. I do that sometimes. I'm a stunner, what can I say? Anyways, yeah, so that was just really, really funny. I didn't kill either of those guys? Are you kidding me? Like sometimes some things I guess just aren't meant to be, but yeah, I was like, are you freaking like, ugh. How the hell didn't you die and then you were able to turn around for 2 seconds and kill me? The game, the way the hit detection and stuff, like how you kill people in this game is ridiculous, but it is what it is. I embrace it. I embrace the way the ghosts me. With how you kill people. I get killed. That guy just walk off the ledge? Jesus. Like, how did that even work? Like, I was shooting at this guy before, not this guy, but shooting at his buddy even before this guy was shooting at me. How did you know I was there? UAV? Maybe they just move really fast with quick guns. Oh, it's the Ripper. Yeah, this thing kicks ass. It definitely does. Anyways, I got such a slight chuckle out of just, like, not being able to do what I wanted to do. Because then I was like, well, goddammit, I can't do anything at home because there's no work for me to do. Because, you know, I can't film anything. And then, like, yeah. Then I can't go on my walk. I was like, this is ridiculous. And then what was it? The Metal Gear videos. Okay, so I had Metal Gear videos on the Series S out. I got rid of them because I said 30 FPS in them for some fucking stupid reason. I can't even believe that. So, like, I literally, like, I filmed them at whatever hour of the night. Because, like I said, it's been so busy recently that I can't get, like, an ounce of, like, time in on work. Which is pissing me off. Like, extremely, extremely pissing me off. I'm very frustrated by it. Need to get my house bought, like, stat, so I can actually just work whenever I want to work. And then my schedule will be perfect. But, you know, sucks to suck. And the economy in Canada sucks, so that's life. Yeah. So, fucking hate that. Anyways, I got to, so yeah, I watched my old, because I did videos like 2 years ago on the Series X, how it's running on Series X, Metal Gear there. And I'm like, okay, it's 720p, 60 FPS. I put in my notepad, 720p, 60 FPS. I filmed the videos, you know, I recorded them and everything like that. And, like, I listened to them, I'm like, 720p, 60 FPS, yeah, uploaded them, I'm like, it's good. And then people in the comments are like, every Metal Gear game since the originals run at 60 FPS, and I was like, yes, it has. I was like, yeah, that's, or not every Metal Gear, but, like, you know, these Metal Gear games have always run at 60, and I was like, yep, I agree with you guys. And then someone today's like, why'd you say it's 30 FPS? And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm like, I say it's 60, and I listened to the video, I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. So anyways, that's embarrassing. I'll re-release them in like a month or two. It'll be fine. But man, that really frustrates me because the video was doing well too. So, yeah. But it wastes the whole video if it's not correct. And I don't know why. I literally had it right 2 years ago. Had it in my notes. My mind was thinking I was doing that, but you know, you record at like 3, 4 in the morning after stream and after drinking, and you get what you get. You get what you get. Oh, hi Caesar, how you doing? There's more people than Black Ops 3. Like the Black Ops 3 Xbox One version, because I think that's pretty dead. You bought Cold War just for it to be a PS Plus game. Sucks to suck. Does that mean I should download Black or Cold War so that I can do like a review video of it on the PlayStation? I really don't want to. I hate that one so much. Anyways, it's been a while, so you know, it's that time of the stream where I'm like, hey yo, be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great, donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. What? I know, that's so cool. There's channel member gifting, and if you're a channel member or you give the gift of channel memberships, people get like a cool badge thing, and the longer they're a member, the cooler their badge is. There's the what else is there? There's the Patreon option if you prefer that instead. The Xbox Store affiliate link for Xbox Store purchases, and the Amazon Store affiliate link too. And GamerHeadquarters.com. Occasionally, I get the chance to write stuff on my site, which is so rewarding, because the written word is so good, but yet Google pays you pennies on the advertising dollar for doing written stuff, so it sucks to suck. Yeah, I really don't want to play Cold War. Back on Hunt Showdown. Yeah, no, that one actually, that's on my list of, like, quirky games to do, like, a random live stream on. I don't know if you were asking for, like, just a new, like, updated video on Hunt Showdown, but, like, Hunt Showdown is literally on my list of, like, I don't really have something to stream tonight, I want to do something different to stream tonight, and it's like, yeah, Hunt Showdown is on that list. So maybe I'll go take a look at when that event is, and maybe we can do something with that, then that would actually make a lot of sense. Yeah, I've got Saints Row 2, Hunt Showdown, Quantum of Solace on the 360. There's a few 360 games that I actually like to do a stream of the whole thing. But yeah, I've got this quirky list of games where I'm like, eventually we'll do a stream of this. That was Forza Horizon this last week. We did the first one. We did a stream of that. That was one of my quirky, like, you know, I want to do this game at some point on a stream, and we did it. And I don't think it was super popular, and I got a copyright claim on it, so I don't think we'll do Horizon 1 again as a stream, but it was fun. It was different, so, you know. God fucking damn it, man. Can we at least get, like, even teams if we have to fight like a clan? Like, this is terrible. Dude, if you play annoyingly, and there's not many people left playing a game, you kind of kill the game. Because, like, if I was playing this for fun, I wasn't doing a stream of this, I would just turn the whole game off having to play against this clan over and over again. Seriously, I will just turn it off, I'd just be like, done with Ghost. So I hope people realize that when they, you know, play like that online, it gets annoying. But at least they're not, like, I don't know how to describe it. You know those guys that do all that, like, cheap stuff, and they cheat, like in Black Ops 2, so it's not that bad, but... He's noob tubing now? Okay, maybe it is that bad. Maybe it is that bad. God damn it. Yeah, live stream. So that's at some point, you know, maybe we'll see Hunt Showdown. The best since Modern Warfare. It's not that bad. I actually consider Cold War to be the worst Call of Duty entry in the entire franchise. I really do not like that game. So don't tell me it's not that bad. I actually detest Cold War. I'm not even kidding. I literally think that's the worst entry in the entire franchise. I do not like that game. Yeah, I do not enjoy that title. I was merely joking about doing that to tie in with the PS Plus release of it, but yeah, no, I don't like Cold War. I killed him and his dog. I don't even know how this game, like, works for shooting people. Like, I literally wasn't even in his line of sight. Series X versus 360 comparisons? I mean, you kind of get them when you get them. They're a lot of work, so don't do them too often, and it's got to make sense, if that makes sense. Like, it's got to be something that's, like, relevant in that, or... You know, otherwise I don't do that. Ghosted was the Callisto DLC? Oh, come on. You knew I wasn't going to do the Callisto DLC. Come on, man. Don't be naive. You knew that wasn't happening. Jeez. I don't even know why you would even suggest that. Yeah, no, I was shocked about that game. I really did not like that title. Anyways, it is what it is. Vanguard was worse. I disagree. Vanguard was incredibly average, but it was incredibly better than Cold War. Alan Wake Remastered. Yeah, I guess I should have waited on buying Alan Wake Remastered. I could have just played it on PS5, so that's great. I don't know if I'll do a video of it on PS5, but like I have planned to do a live stream of the entirety of Alan Wake. I just need a day, probably ahead of Alan Wake 2 coming out, where I just literally do like an 11-hour stream and just work through the whole thing. So, if there's a day where I literally have nothing to do and it's completely quiet, I will just waste the day doing a live stream of Alan Wake. So, hopefully that lines up soon. Yeah, that's the plan. I mean, why do you even want me to do that? It's like when you got me to play Halo Infinite that one time. It was like, why? Why do you guys like punishing me with these weird streams? I mean, I do things for money, but like, damn, man. It hurts on the inside. I didn't hate Vanguard like so many other people do, but man, Cold War, no. Lazy ass COD is what that is. Lazy. It's identical to Series X, the remaster on PS5? I mean, I would imagine that would be the case. I mean, they're just like quickly remastering an old version. It's not like they remade it or anything, right? So it would run about the same, you would think. They're just taking a 360 game and they're just kind of like pumping up some textures a little bit, right? So, but people do like to see videos of how specific things run on specific platforms, and that's kind of what I do. But yeah, I would like to do some more comparison videos. I actually have lots of footage shot for other comparisons. I haven't really had time to edit them or interest in editing some of them. And it's like, I don't know, I just don't like to come out of nowhere with this stuff. I like to tie it in with things if I can, and I don't know how to describe it too. Like, I have a very delicate plan of how I like release so much content. So like I have it set up where I can do like 2 videos a day. And I used to have like two and a half months worth of like content, and then new game comes out, I just shuffle things around. But it's been so like I just have not been able to get the time in that I like is required for me to get my work done for like a long time, and now I'm up to like not even like a month's worth of like backlog content. So it's like it's a lot harder for me to do like side projects, if that makes sense, when I don't have the time to even get like my main pipeline of work kind of done. It's really, really frustrating. Like it genuinely is. I just want to do my work, and it's just like I hate when people prevent that kind of thing. But that's life. So, oh wow. Jesus, did that kill me? Or did he kill me? Oh, he shot me. Okay, I thought it was the thing falling down, because, it looked over to the thing. I thought the thing had killed me. Alright. This game's weird, because you just kind of die, but you don't really feel like you dying, if that makes sense. You just kind of die. It's a very strange COD in that sense. It's not like the other CODs where it's like you at least feel it and stuff like that. On the 20th, but it's delayed on consoles. Well, wipe the tears with them dollar bills, you know it. It's not like I'm making that much money, though. It's not like I'm just, crying through the money I'm making playing, like, Callisto Protocol. Let's be real here, right? The hell was that? Did you see a guy like freeze frame on the middle of my screen? Anyways, doesn't matter. Besides, people don't want to see the Callisto Protocol anyways. Medal of Honor 2010. That one. Oh yeah, the Medal of Honor games. I don't know, man. They were okay, but I don't think they really were up to the standards of the legacy of like, Medal of Honor. I think what really hurt that game though was like it literally was just Battlefield, but like trying to be Call of Duty, if that makes sense. And I think that kind of damaged, because Medal of Honor did, believe it or not, before those games have its own identity. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't just straight up like Call of Duty. Like, Medal of Honor was a franchise that had its own like strengths and styles and gameplay. And then they just tried to be like, oh, well, we could just take the tech of like Battlefield and we can just kind of pigeonhole the Medal of Honor into that. And it just didn't really work. I mean, it did get a sequel, right? There was the 2010 Medal of Honor, and then there was Medal of Honor Warfighter or whatever that was. I have videos for both of them on the channel, actually, if you're curious what they're like. But you know what I mean? It's just like you can't just take something that exists already and just like shove it into something else. It loses its identity. Halo had a lot of troubles with that too, I think, over the years, is trying to like be something that it's not instead of being itself. People even have that issue too, I guess you would think of. Those little Canadian commercials where it's like, be yourself. Oh my god, is this gonna get stuck? I think this is gonna get stuck on the roof. Ah. Oh, it's the Grim Reaper thing too? Come on. Really? Can I get it through the wall at least? Oh my god. Who puts a ledge like that in this? That makes the match is over anyways. God damn it, dude. Yeah, the rubber ducky skin's pretty tops, eh? I don't know what Only Up is. You didn't like World War II COD? I really liked that one. It actually felt like a classic Call of Duty game after... It was so refreshing after so many jetpacky games. Oh, yeah, no, World War II is a very soft spot in my heart for just actually getting things back to normal. Yeah. Which was nice. Did they announce any of the... What the hell was it? Where did all those guys go? Man, that clan keeps, like, vanishing for some stupid reason. I don't know, they'll probably show up again. Did they ever, did they announce the mid PlayStation stuff? No, just PS Plus, right? Because it's, like, halfway through the month, or like, the week or two into the month. I like the mid-month announcements for PlayStation editions usually better than their PS Plus announcements. You know, the games you get to keep, I like the ones where it's, like... You know, they add like a retro game, like a PS2, PS1, or PSP game, and then like a bunch of other third-party stuff. I like that announcement more than the 3 PS Plus games that they're adding. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? That kind of thing. Because there's usually some cool stuff. Orcs Must Die 3. They're still doing DLC for that? I thought they were done that. Huh. Interesting. I literally had no idea. They're building a bridge. We love building bridges in this. Anyways, I should have also saved this, because, like, again, I think the deal's going through soon. But I don't know how soon Xbox is gonna, like, you know, do their celebratory stuff, if that makes sense. Like, the deal should literally be given the okay and go through, like, next week. Because I think the FTC doesn't really have much of a case, from what I've seen over the 4 days of court so far. But you never know, right? The judge will decide whatever the judge wants, right? So, I don't know if it's going to be like, we're buying them and then it's like a huge celebration, or it's like, we're buying them and then it's like a month later they do the big celebration thing and they drop everything on Game Pass. Yeah, I really don't know yet. But they did, they went back and they redacted all of the acquisition stuff, if that makes sense. Like, if you guys freaking hell, if you guys didn't see that, they had all these, like, it was like a 50-page PDF document about all the acquisitions that Microsoft was like looking at making. Jesus, as of like 2021, which it was a while back, but that's still like pretty relevant. And man, they literally were looking at buying everyone. See, I don't even tell where people are or who I'm getting shot from. I'm just 0 and 5. That's what drives me crazy about Ghosts, is you can just die so fast. Like, you can literally just appear, die, appear, die, appear, die. And it's like, you don't know from where or what's happening. And it's like so hard to differentiate things in the environment because the resolution is so piss poor in this. Oh, a body just fell down. That's hilarious. But, yeah, this one could be real cruel in the KD. You can also be up like 20 kills and die like so fast that you're just instantly negative, which is funny. But anyways, yeah, no, it was it's really neat seeing that like document, and I had it on my computer, so I was able to save a local copy of that. So I've got all the little stuff, and I was kind of looking through it again today, just kind of like, geez, okay, you know, just kind of taking a look at what their thoughts, because it wasn't just like companies. Like, it wasn't just like, oh, we want to buy this company, but they actually, like, scoped out these different companies, and they're like, okay, what are the strengths, what are the weaknesses? And it's just, it's so funny seeing, like, Microsoft's, like, thoughts on these different companies, if that makes sense. Like, it's like, Bohemia. They're stubborn, and they won't put Game Pass, or DayZ on Game Pass PC, but they love Game Pass on console. They're known for putting out buggy stuff on our consoles as well, and I was just like, that's funny. Really? He's taking the Grim Reaper from me? God damn it, I fucking hate how care packages are handled in this. Oh, that sucks. Here's my sad, dead, lifeless corpse. Look at that. That's like a depression quest right there, guys. Actually, if anything, he just looks like he's tuckered out. Oh my god, I went for a walk the other day, and there was somebody that was like biking, and they had like their kid attached to like a pull thing that was just being pulled. It was like a stroller thing, and the guy was just biking along. And I thought it was a doll at first, but like, yeah, he had his daughter in the back, and she was just like, it was hilarious. It was adorable and cute, but it was hilarious because it was just like, you know, her limbs were just kind of flapping in the wind, and he was just kind of like bicycling. I'm like, oh, cyclists. Never stop. Anyways, yeah. Guys and your weird emotes. Evening. Yeah, this year is pretty stellar for games. There's a lot of really good games and some more awesome ones coming. I think specifically next year, though, for Xbox, they're actually going to finally have game releases. Because even this year isn't, like, the best for Xbox. Like, I thought this year was going to be just stellar for them, but... Yeah, I mean, they've got, like, what? Redfall, which was hot garbage. Hi-Fi Rush, which was incredible, but very indie. Age of Empires 2, you know, just a port of a remake that was already big on PC. Age of Empires 4, I think, is still coming. They kind of, like, neglected to talk about it during their Xbox Game Showcase, because I guess they don't care about Age of Empires, I suppose. I don't know, kind of weird. And then they got Forza and Starfield, and that's it. I mean, Starfield's like a big enough game on its own, but it was supposed to come out last year. Forza was also supposed to come out. I think it was actually supposed to come out last year, but, you know, they did say in the spring was the only release date they gave to us, so that was delayed 6 months. So it's like, you know, still not a perfect year for them. But next year, they seem to have a lot coming. But then again, we've also said that about Xbox for 11 years now, so... I mean, I'll believe it when I see it, right? But, yeah. Then I guess they gave us GoldenEye. Does GoldenEye count? That's not really, like, a first-party game, right? I don't know. Does GoldenEye count? Do we consider GoldenEye, like, part of the first party or whatever? Like, I guess it released for the Switch, too. I don't know. Anyways. Yeah. Who knows, maybe Starfield really is just that amazing that Xbox was just like, yeah, we don't need to release anything else. 2024 is fine, but ugh, yeah, you get tired of them. Am I a cycler? No, I dislike the cycling thing. I find cyclists really annoying when I'm going on my walks because they don't have like bells and they'll like whip by you and like almost like I've almost been taken out by cyclists so many times. They're dangerous out there on the path, honestly. They have no regard for others. They're monsters. Next year is our year. Yeah, I've been hearing that for like 11 years straight. Phil Spencer is the man of next year we've got great stuff coming. And it's like, yeah, okay. Him and Greenberg are like the lords of one more year. Oh god. You know, it's just like it's like being in like an abusive relationship where it's like, don't worry, honey, next year things are gonna be better. Don't worry, this time things will be different. Starfield, is that amazing? Does Starfield make up for the last 11 years of disappointment? Oh god. That just kills me so much. Because, like, last year, it's like, you know, they had Pentiment and, like, As Dusk Falls. That was their lineup last year. God, I'm amazed that people are even, like, the Series S and the Series X are even selling consoles with the fact that there's, like, you know, with, like, that was their last year. It was, like, two really niche indie games. Pentiment is amazing. You know, I think it was... What, did I give it best last year? And second best? I don't know. I love Pentiment. Incredible game. Absolutely incredible. But, like, it is so niche. But apparently it was a huge commercial success. And, like, lots of people played it, I guess. So... maybe it's not that niche, but you know, it's not like, you know, there's no one on PlayStation being like, God damn it, I can't believe they have Pentiment and As Dusk Falls. What do we have on PlayStation? Spider-Man. It is kind of funny. God of War, Horizon. Yeah. Oh my god, and at the court case today, the lawyer forgot to like redact information. So, like, we know how much it cost PlayStation to, like, make a couple of their games. Like, Horizon Forbidden West took 5 years and cost $220 million? And then, I don't know, maybe it's $236 million. And then The Last of Us Part 2, they started working on in 2014, and it cost them $220 million, so... fascinating, right? Fascinating stuff. Anyways, it gives you insight into how that works in that. I did give Pentiment a Masterpiece tag. I just don't remember if I gave it, like, my favorite of last year or if that was, like, another game. I can't remember. I'd have to look at the top 10 list. Next gen will be our generation. Well, that's funny. I don't know, the way they're talking, it's like that next gen might be that last gen, but we'll see. Because we finally, if you guys didn't see that, leaked out of the court cases, we actually know how many console sales for Nintendo, Xbox, and PlayStation have been done, and oddly, Xbox has had a kind of a, you know, like a good growth, like it's doing well, but like as an industry, console gaming is stagnant, and if anything, you could kind of argue it's in decline. So yeah, I mean, enjoy your consoles, have fun with them, but like unless something changes and consoles become more like, you know, larger sellers out of nowhere, I think the console market is gonna vanish at some point. Like, it's not a healthy market at all from what I was looking at. Like, it's largely... like, it peaked with the PS2, essentially, and, like, it's just kind of either stayed at that level, or it's plateaued or gone down. In Xbox's case, during the Xbox One era, it, like, tanked, but yeah, it's not a growth market. Yeah, it's definitely not a growth market. Don't worry, you're at least getting a next gen console in 2028, so there'll be at least one more generation of console gaming. But yeah, it's those numbers were kind of like they sell well and they sell faster now, but like they're not growing. You know what I mean? Console sales are not growing, and I was just like, ooh, that is bad. You know, one person might look at that and be like, oh, look, they're selling, you know, tens of millions of consoles. And then I look at that and I'm like, oh my god, this industry literally has not grown at all in like 20 or 30 years. That is horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. And then you can look at like the numbers for like PC and mobile, and it's just like, whoo. Whereas consoles, it went up, and then it's just kind of been like, whoop, 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 and it's just kind of like static line. Which is not, like, if you guys don't know how markets work, you always want growth, you know. Or even if you don't get growth, you want at least a little bit of growth, right? Like, the potential to have some growth. Why are my batteries gone? Oh, these batteries are dead too? Oh, God. Both of my batteries are dead? Did I not charge my other batteries last night? That was a complete failure on my part. Okay. Apparently both my batteries are dead. That's not good. Both of my battery packages have died, guys. That means it's time to open up the new batteries, because this is an emergency situation, I guess. These are my new Duracells from Costco. I've had them sitting here for about a month, so I guess it's a good time for me to bring them out. The flight of the new Costco batteries, and I love how my webcam froze right when I was about to show them. The new batteries are coming in, guys. Report, we have imminent controller battery fall. Let's go. Anyways, it's been a while. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. What? It's like $1 to join. Why not become a member? There's channel member gifting. God. There's the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times, the Xbox store affiliate link, and the Amazon store affiliate link too, for all your affiliate store needs. Yeah. Just think of it like this, guys. If you like the video, maybe you'll have more people watching that could come and chat with you. Wouldn't that be exciting? I think it would be. Hello there. You're gonna get every Xbox, and when they stop making them, you'll play on your PC. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just saying it's not a growth industry. So I hear that GameStop keeps losing money. Yeah, because they're a terrible company. A play and charge kit? Why do I need a play and charge? I've got rechargeable batteries. PC gets better games? I mean, PC has always had access to like every game, so that has not changed literally since the start of gaming. But no, it's just like, you know, it's something people build and something people do, and like mobile is the biggest industry though. Yeah, mobile is by far the biggest and, you know, most exponential growth out of all the gaming industries. Yeah. But I'm mostly just trying to get the point across that, like, at some point, I don't know if we'll have consoles. Unless something really changes and people all of a sudden start buying them in larger numbers. It's just, you know, it's kind of like... It's just a market that stays the same. And markets that stay the same are good for business. You want growth. I also think Nintendo's numbers are hilarious on the graph. Like, we put the graph up on the Discord if you haven't seen it. But, like, Nintendo's numbers are so funny because they go, like, down, and then they go way up because, like, the Wii, and then they just, like, go way down because of the Wii U, and then the Switch, they go way up. It's so funny seeing, like, they really have an unhealthy sort of system going on. Oh, man. Why Xbox is focusing. So Xbox is focusing on a subscription because they can't compete on selling consoles. So, well, Microsoft, they also love subscription services. You know, everything is a subscription service for Microsoft. Azure, Office 365, Teams, all that. They love subscriptions because companies in general love subscriptions because subscriptions are guaranteed concurrent income. So basically, Xbox has found a new way to compete in a market where they've been getting their asses handed to them. So they're kind of like disrupting the market, similar to what Netflix is doing. But Xbox is also looking past the point of like consoles existing. I am hoping we get a mid-gen refresh for Xbox. I feel a little bit more shaky on it after like seeing all the things from the court cases, but like I'm still sort of counting on a mid-gen refresh. It would be good for business. I am running out of games to do on Series X and stuff. Yep. I guess I could like redo games to a degree, but like yeah, there's only so many of those. But they talked about the next Nintendo console. They don't. Activision doesn't have specs for the next Nintendo console yet, but they know it's coming. So. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if any game Activision would be releasing on a Nintendo console if there was, like, a Nintendo console to come out, like, say, next year, but it is interesting that they don't have the spec details yet. So they don't have dev kits. But I'm wondering if maybe other companies have dev kits. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'm still holding firm that I think, you know, it's going to be a new console announced at the end of this year, and it'll come out early next year, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah. we will wait and see, because all I can do is speculate off of my analysis of things, and yeah. The Elder Scrolls 6, yeah, it does. Cheesy? How am I cheesy? Yeah, the Elder Scrolls 6. Well, Phil Spencer said it's at least 5 years away, so I could see it being like a launch. I actually more see the Elder Scrolls 6 now as being like a 1 year in kind of title. I think the next Xbox will launch with a new Halo game. Yeah, I think there'll be a new Halo game that it'll launch with. Because apparently, as of today or next week, the hiring freeze is over at 343. They're in their rebuilding phase right now. So if it takes about 5 years to put together a game, they don't like act like idiots and they actually have good management. Yeah, about 5 years for a new Halo title, right? So I think that should launch alongside the Xbox. We'll have to wait and see. I was thinking that like Elder Scrolls was gonna be in 2025 until the Starfield delay, and then I was saying 2026. But yeah, if he's saying 5+ years away, it's like I don't even think they've really started development on it. Unless the game is just going to be that large. So that means we're not going to get a Fallout game until like 2030, something like that. I'm going to be so goddamn old. All of you are going to be really goddamn old before we get a new Fallout game. It would be like Fallout 76, because that's all the Fallout you're going to get for a long time. God. I'm kind of hoping they maybe let Obsidian play with the IP or somebody. Because I really don't want to wait that long for a new Fallout game. I really like Fallout. I don't... You know what I mean? I don't want to be like the Elder Scrolls fans where you're sitting there for like freaking literally half your life waiting for like a follow-up. Like, jeez. That's crazy. If anything, they should go back and do some more DLC for Fallout 4 or something to keep the tide going, but... Oh my god. That's crazy, right? Like, that's a long time. Another free-to-play. I don't know if free-to-play was the issue with Halo Infinite. I just think it was fundamentally a bad game. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you could go back to, like, a premium model for Halo after Halo Infinite. I pity the team that has to come up with the next Halo design, because I really don't know what they do with that franchise. You know, like, I'm a very hardcore Halo fan. You know, I've been playing it since I was literally like 6 years old. You know, I've played all of them. You know, huge Halo fan. I won't touch Infinite though, because I don't like it. Except if people pay for it, which, you know, ODST did if he's still hanging around, which is kind of funny. It was a little rich for Slaughter's blood, but you know, that's the thing. But anyways, yeah, I was just like, I really, like, I don't even know what I would do if I was given the reins of like 343 to like work on the next Halo. I literally, you know, I don't want to be the person that says it, but I'm almost like, maybe they need to reboot it. Would be like the best thing they could do is clean slate it. I don't know. I really, like, I don't even know what you would go for design-wise, if you should, like, throw the story out again. The other thing is, like, can you throw the story out again? Because they've done that 3 games in a row, so... I really don't know what you would do with Halo at this point. It's just it's a mess. They've let it... You know, there should have been more intervention, like Phil Spencer let their crown jewel sort of just rot and wither and perish in a disgusting mess. Yeah, they literally killed the only thing that made the Xbox really even exist in the original Xbox, which is sad. And, you know, it's under his watch, and it would have taken 5 minutes of him playing the game to realize that it wasn't in a good state. And, you know, obviously he didn't do his due diligence. Same with Redfall. And, yeah, that's where we are today. Yep. Dealing with the rotting corpse that not even the vultures want to pick for Halo Infinite multiplayer. Yeah. Todd Howard. I don't think he said Elder Scrolls will be the last game he ships. I'm pretty sure he said it would be the last Elder Scrolls game he would ship based on how long it takes them to do sequels. Yeah. I mean, if it, like, but so Skyrim was 2011, right? And if the next Elder Scrolls is like 5+ years away, that puts in like what, 2028 if we're lucky. So, you know, that's like what, a 17-year gap between entries, and then, you know, he's how old? It's more of like a math thing, right? You know what I mean? Like he's 53. So if you add another, like, you know, they're not going to work on Elder Scrolls again. So let's say it takes another 17, 20 years. He's going to be, like, retired by the time they work on another Elder Scrolls game, right? So you just do the math. Halo reboot. Yeah, I don't know if I really want a reboot of Halo, though, because I love the lore and the story. But, like, I really don't know what you do with Halo Infinite here, or with another Halo game. Here's my pitch: the most robust multiplayer they've ever done, returning maps, new maps, a bridge between traditional and modern gameplay for multiplayer, and then you pair it with a campaign that totally removes open world crap. Halo doesn't need open world stuff. It doesn't fit into it. It's dumb. It was a stupid idea for them to even try it. It was the dumbest thing in the goddamn world they ever did. But, you know, you go back to a traditional Halo campaign where there's a bit of wonder. I'd open it up where you're not even playing as Master Chief. I'd do it where you're, like, playing as, like, another character. You know, you're going around, you're doing whatever. You know, throw people for a thing. Be like, hey, this is the new direction for Halo. And then you can have Master Chief jump in, like, a level in or something. And he's just, like, the triumphant return, you know, and all that. And you kind of go from there, make it another game about mystery, figuring out what's going on in the rings. You know, back to basics, kind of, right? At least that's how I would do it, but I don't know. Maybe they know what they're doing. They probably don't. It'll probably be a mess again, and it'll disappoint me in like 5 years, but cheers, let's, you know, we'll see whatever ends up with Halo, but, you know, the franchise is pretty dead right now, so this is what it is. And yeah, I would scrap Halo Infinite right away. I would just start working on the next one. I'd consider that a complete loss. Like, that game is a failure. And you know what? The Steam numbers matter, guys. We always joke about it, but apparently the Steam numbers do matter because on the acquisition listing for Microsoft and wanting to buy companies, they base it on 3 key metrics: the Steam numbers, the Twitch viewer counts, and how many hours of Game Pass the games have. So those are the only 3 metrics that Microsoft cares about when buying a company. Now, Halo does not need to be open world. The open world of Halo Infinite is disgustingly just generic and ugly. It looks like a weird pastel color of low-resolution, repatterned trees over and over again. And there's nothing of substance or content in it. It was just open world as like a buzzword. Like, the idea of an open world Halo game is exciting, but not Halo Infinite. Yeah. And it doesn't need to be open world. Anything Elder Scrolls? Well, you have the Elder Scrolls Online. You're gonna have to live for that for a while. Halo 5 Guardians was the best Halo? Oh no. Starfield being an AMD exclusive. Well, it's not like an exclusive. It's AMD marketed. You get what I mean? Like, so these companies like AMD and like Nvidia will do deals. They'll pay it off, you know, like stuff like that to kind of show off a game with their stuff. It's sort of like console marketing, but it's like for graphics cards on PC. So it's like, it's not an AMD exclusive. It's just, it's marketed as being like your AMD card is like optimized for Starfield and stuff. It's not like exclusivity like it is on a console. I'm sure Starfield will have DLSS support and everything like that. But I'm assuming AMD came out with a big pocket of money to pay off like Microsoft to have it, you know, kind of available and whatnot. God. Oh, there was also one of the funny emails where they got Pete Hines complaining to Microsoft about them not giving them a heads up about the fact that like Call of Duty was going to keep on other platforms. So like everyone took that as Bethesda being mad that Starfield wasn't going to be on other platforms. But what Pete Hines was really saying in that email was he's like, hey guys, shouldn't we get like a heads up on this so Todd Howard knows what he's walking into? Because like everyone in the world is going to be asking him when he's doing a Starfield press tour, about like why, you know, Call of Duty isn't going to be exclusive, but like the Elder Scrolls and stuff is. That was kind of the thing, was he was just mad it wasn't heads up, but everybody online was doing articles where it's like, you know, talking about Bethesda being mad and whatnot, but that really wasn't at all what the email was, because, you know, all these people that do press stuff are just complete, like, you know, clickbaity, and lots of people on Twitter don't read. Like, literally, you can just look at the email. It's for a lot of these stuff, is people just, like, don't check their sources and stuff. And it's funny. It is funny, but yeah, I thought that was hilarious. Did they raise the Series X? I think is getting raised soon, if it hasn't already. You've never played Call of Duty? Well, you should check them out. They're pretty cool. They should be on Game Pass pretty soon. SteamDB. Yeah, it's literally that's like all the acquisition. Like, I've got pages of this acquisition crap that I like saved. I actually saved the PDF too. I figured out how to save the PDF after I sat there and like literally took like screenshots of every PDF page just so I could have it on reference for myself. It's very funny because like literally those are the metrics. So I'm like, oh wow, I guess the Steam numbers do matter for the value of companies and stuff like that. I still haven't gotten a response from my Xbox contact about all the questions I had, so I'm assuming there's like actual back and forth chat going on or something. I don't know, but I was kind of getting a laugh out of that because I was like, can I use, you know, these charts? But they did redact them today in court, so I'm assuming I'm not going to be allowed to. But we can at least talk about them and stuff too. They wanted to buy like everyone, man. Like, Xbox has like literal plans to buy like every company in gaming that has like worked with them. And my god, they need to get, like, I didn't even, like, I kind of wanted it, but I didn't know it was like an option. But like, they should get Remedy. They should bring Remedy home. They really should. Like, Remedy is awesome. Like, even if Remedy has like a, you know, contracts with like Rockstar for Max Payne and like, you know, Epic Games contracts, they should bring Remedy home before you lose that iconic studio. It was already crazy to see the Alan Wake marketing for PlayStation. But, yeah, they would be an incredible buy. They really would. I didn't even know they were, like, interested or you could really buy CD Projekt Red, but that was another one on their list. Fucking Christ, I hate how fast you can die in this game. It's brutal, the spawns. Holy man. Like, the spawning and stuff in this is brutal. God, I'm trying my best, but I just, like, literally am, like, appearing in front of dudes, or I'll take a step and I'll just be, like, eviscerated. You see this? Like, that's crazy. I know it's a small map, but jeez. Wow. About acquiring me? Sadly, I was not in the acquisition notes. Spoiler alerts on Gears 3. The game is so old, man. I feel like you should be able to talk about Gears 3 openly. The game is, like, over 10 years old. Like, that's old enough where it's like, who cares, right? Although I do think it's funny that they were giving you a hard time for it. But there was also, like, there's, like, Pearl Abyss, there was, you know, Asobo, like I was saying, a certain Affinity. Like, they have their eyes on, like, all these companies. It's exciting. I should actually add that to... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to add that to my OneDrive, which I hope doesn't disrupt the stream. I mean, it's a PDF document. And then I want to kind of talk about it a little bit, because there's like some juicy stuff. I want to make like a whole video going over all these acquisitions, but I do want to do my due diligence with the Microsoft people about that one. Where is this? Is it this redacted one? I think it's this redacted one. I'm almost out of storage. Okay, here's another thing. I don't know if anybody from Microsoft watches my streams, but could you please fuck off about telling me that my storage is almost full? I have 4 gigabytes left, and they're acting like it is the end of the world. They're like, your storage is over. You won't be able to send emails. And it's like, you're fighting me. You're angering a customer for $2 a month. It's driving me crazy. Leave me alone. I've got 4 gigs left. And it's just like, you're almost out of space. It's like, could you please just like, I literally, like, it popped up on my screen, a huge warning sign where it's like, you're almost out of space. Yeah. Yeah, the time to kill is ridiculous in this. Sorry, let me focus up here. Anyways, it's been a while. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons, all that great stuff. It's like $1 to join. Maybe if I get some channel memberships, I could start paying Microsoft to like piss off with their notifications about storage. There's the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times, so you know when the streams are going on. Xbox Store affiliate link for Xbox Store purchases, and the Amazon Store affiliate link too. Favorite COD campaign? Call of Duty 4. I don't... Where did you even... Oh, he's got that kind of thing. Okay. Yeah, probably COD 4's campaign. Maybe Black Ops 1 was really surprising and cool, but... Yeah, I'd have to sit there and kind of replay a bunch of them, I think. But I think COD 4, because that one was really crazy, because it was like... I don't know how to describe it, but it was really action-packed, there was big shocking moments, and it really just like... You know, it was a very different sort of game, like at the time of it. I don't know if younger people even really recognize just how, like, different the campaign was for COD 4. Like, it really set up how, like, shooter campaigns, like, function even today. Like, that campaign was wild. It was very scripted, it was very story-driven, it was very intensive, you know, there was lots of, like, crazy action, shock and awe moments. Like, the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, I think, was also really crazy, because it was like, oh my god, the US is getting, like, invaded and stuff, and that one was wild, but that COD 4 campaign really, really was quite something special. Not to mention the iconic characters. You know, at the time, too, it was tying into the whole, like, weapons of, like, destruction in the, you know, in the Middle East and that. It was quite a campaign. But Black Ops 1, I do have to give a lot of props to that one. Because that one really does kind of, like, provide and create a cool mystery. It's like, what's going on? You know, what is actually happening? What is our character seeing? And, you know, there's some big surprises. And, yeah, that Black Ops 1 campaign is really, really good, too. Yeah. And that's, you know, that's another thing about Cold War, where I'm like, I don't think Cold War is nearly as good, because it just kind of, like, does the same kind of story beats, but a lot worse from that Black Ops 1 story. God fucking damn with this game. The worst COD campaign? Vanguard? Probably the Vanguard campaign. No, Cold War. The Cold War campaign. Yeah, that's just utter rubbish. The Cold War campaign. Vanguard, like, I don't dislike the Vanguard campaign, but it's like pretty, like, sort of vanilla meh. Like, it's silly. Like, the Vanguard campaign is like all of these extraordinary people breaking from the mold of war to do, you know, it's kind of dumb, but like, yeah, no, the Cold War campaign I thought was really fast, really empty, and kind of leaned on stuff that was done much better in, like, again, Black Ops 1, you know, in previous campaigns and stuff. So yeah, I thought that one was pretty rubbish. Yeah, the Cold War campaign. Black Ops, what doesn't even have a campaign, dude? You can't say that. Because I have 2 terabytes. No. So this is my OneDrive. So this is my online storage. So I'm grandfathered in because I had this thing called SkyDrive. I think it was called the SkyDrive. And that became the OneDrive. So they gave me like 40 gigabytes of free cloud storage because, you know, I've been using their service for so long. Like, literally, I think, 15 plus years? And it's just like, I have 36 out of 40 gigabytes. So I have 4 gigabytes of open space. And I've been just getting harassed by Microsoft the last month and a bit now. where it's like every single day they're like, you are out of, like, I'll have 3 notifications across my, like, whatever app I'm using that's a Microsoft app being like, you're low on storage. You need more storage. Panic, you need to open your storage up. And it's like, I got 4 gigs, you know, it's like there's lots of space. Because it's cloud storage. It's not like I'm, you know, I'm not like uploading all these files. I'm not taking much, right? But it's like literally like really pissing me off, and they need to like piss off, honestly. Like it's driving me nuts, and I can't like turn these things off. You know what I mean? Like there's no option for me to be like, I acknowledge this, leave me alone. They just like, I literally feel like they're harassing me across every single one of my devices. It's really, really bothering me. It's just like, it's constant on everything. On my like Outlook app, on my Outlook on desktop, like literally any Microsoft app I open, they keep being like, you're out of space. And it's like, no, I'm not. I have plenty of space. Leave me alone. It's really, really bothering me. Oh, come on. Spec Ops gets a plot. It's a good story. You're not even like, I don't know how far you got into the Spec Ops campaign, but like the opening of it is like a tease of how exciting it gets down the road. The World at War. I really like the World at War campaign. It's really epic and intense, but like I don't know if it's like the best of the series. It's really good. Like it's intense, but yeah, I don't know if I'd say best of the franchise, but it's really great. We'll do COD streams of the campaigns at some point. I don't know why I go into this game. This game always just leaves me destroyed inside. Ugh, God, when am I gonna get blown up by the Predator? Anyways, as I continue to get killed by these annoying guys. See, we're playing a clan. Like, we've been fighting the clan all night, so it's kind of we've been fighting the clan all night, guys. I'm trying my best out here to make a difference, but, you know, there's too many of them. They're too organized. What can you do? Yeah. Anyways, yeah, no, it's just kind of funny. We will eventually do streams of the COD stuff. We would have done the World at War stream, but we're planning on doing a co-op stream of that. So Kevin, we were supposed to do a co-op stream of World at War, but he like, essentially he lost his copy in the move. So what we're going to do is we're waiting for it to drop on Game Pass, and then we're going to do a co-op stream of World at War. So that should be a lot of fun. But I do have plans to do the other CODs as like campaign streams. We've also... So far, because I was streaming while these were out, we did do Vanguard's campaign streams. We did Modern Warfare 2's campaign streams. So if you want to watch those, we've done those. But I do have plans to do the various, entries in the franchise as streams eventually. Eventually, yeah. Not in the immediate future, but eventually I'll get around to them. I love how he died and then he fell. It's kind of funny. Bandai Namco. Bandai Namco would be really hard to buy. Really, you're noob tubing. You guys have such a, like, you're an annoying group of like a clan. And you guys are already dominating. Do you really need to be noob tubing too? Like, come on. Oh, how did you not die? Piss off. Ugh, it's unsportsmanlike, the noob tubing. Unsportsmanlike. Yeah, my team's getting like stomped here. Except for that Pierce guy, he's doing well. He's doing very well. This is a bad night to play Ghosts. There's just not as many people online. Oh, come on. Fuck, man. Oh, you're really enjoying the Spec Ops. That's great. Oh, you're on Chapter 4. Yeah, no, it's going to get really interesting the more you play it. And I won't spoil anything, but it's going to get really, really interesting. Like, the campaign is just going to be like, as things continue to reveal to you. Yeah. The Activision deal come to a conclusion. No. Again, we did Call of Duty 2 campaign on Veteran 2. We streamed that. It's 3 parts. That campaign was way, way longer than I thought it would be. But those are fun streams if you've missed them. It's, yeah, Call of Duty 2 really, really put me through the ringer, let's put it that way. Yeah. I got killed? Oh, come on. Anyways, it sucks. So again, the deal doesn't come to a conclusion tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last day of the court case. They have until mid-Friday to submit details, and the judge will look at it over the weekend. And then next week we'll know whether or not there's an injunction being filed. If the injunction isn't filed, they will buy Activision Blizzard. Yeah. You're fighting against your own as well. There's even deeper stuff beyond fighting your own on that as well in Spec Ops. Everything will make sense as stuff gets revealed to you. It's very much for mature audiences. Yes, quite so. Hopefully COD will, yeah, resolution boost would be nice. Like the resolution of this one is so low. Sky versus the clan. That's what I'm saying. It's like I'm fighting the clan, the Rolo clan, and it's driving me crazy. Yeah, maybe we'll do like a Spec Ops stream at some point too, and that might be a fun one. Like that game is actually just wild, honestly. Like it goes on sale all the time, guys. If you have not played the Spec Ops The Line campaign, don't read into it, but go and buy it and play it. It is well worth it. But seriously, you have to not read into it because that is literally the biggest part of that game is like experiencing what happens firsthand without being spoiled. Oh, you were watching the COD 2 stream. Yeah, that one was fun. But man, did that game just like really like I remember what was it? The hill level. Everyone was like warning me it was so bad, and Kevin's like, "Oh man, it's the worst." And I go and do it, and I was like, "This was really easy." But then like the level afterwards, I was just getting slapped around. Like the levels that were supposed to be really hard were like not too bad. I kind of coasted through them, and then some of the levels where people are like, "Oh, it's not too bad." I was just getting like smacked around in those levels. I was like, "Holy dude!" But it was fun. I liked streaming that one. I didn't think it would be 3 parts, but it was fun to do. I enjoyed the Call of Duty 2 live stream. Yeah. So yeah, the plan is to do other ones. We'll do like the Modern Warfare series and everything too, and they'll be good. We'll get to them. Battlefield 2042. Yeah, no, they've updated that one a lot, and they've added a lot of content to it. To me, it's still kind of always played like the same, but it is. They have added a lot, and they've fixed up they've redone like all the maps and stuff. And, yeah. What was it? I was clearing out space today, so that I could download Marvel's Avengers. So I moved the Elder Scrolls Online back to like the secondary drive where it normally is, because I only bring it to the main drive when there's like a stream Joel and I are doing. How's this lobby so empty? There's more people playing this than that. But yeah, I'd re-download, because Kevin and I were going to do a farewell stream to Avengers, because, it's being, like, closed or whatnot, like, I think September. So we were supposed to do this back in March, but we're finally getting around to it. And it's, like, it's 200 gigabytes to download? I was like, holy, man, of that sweet next-gen, or current-gen storage. 200 gigabytes. I was like, my god, that's so much space. Because the drive I have is only one terabyte, right? So it's like 1,000 gigs roughly, and like 1/5 of that is literally Avengers. God, the time to kill in this game. The Prince of Persia games. We have a video of, I'm trying to think if it's 1 or 2. I think it's just one Prince of Persia game. I've done a video of it on the channel running on Series X. I think. Yeah, I don't... I'd have to go look it up, but I think we've only done one Prince of Persia game, but I'm not too sure. Did I play? Yeah, we streamed Necrom with Joel last week, I think, if you haven't watched it. It's pretty funny. We get along pretty well, and we have some pretty good jokes. So, yeah, if you haven't seen that live stream, it's we got some good back and forth going on it, which was fun. I've done Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time and Prince of Persia: The Forgotten Sands on the Series X, so those videos are up on the channel. So I have done some Prince of Persia. I've always looked at like the Prince of Persia like classic that's like a 360 game that's backwards compatible, but I don't think too many people would watch that, so I don't think I'd make any money on it, but yeah. Yakuza. The Yakuza games are great. I'm glad you're enjoying them. They're all like 20 plus hours, except for Yakuza 0, I think it's like 40 hours or something. It's ridiculous. But yeah. And if you really like the Yakuza games, I've got a franchise for you that's even better, and it's basically just Yakuza games, and it's called Judgment and Lost Judgment. They are really, really good games. Like, if you think the Yakuza games are good, oh man. Like, Judgment is even better. Like, it is like a fine-tuned, smooth, killing machine version of Yakuza. It's awesome. So, yeah, I would highly, highly recommend playing the Judgment series if you like any of the Yakuza games, because I think that's like the best Yakuza game they've ever done. The sequel, not as good. Not as good, but still great. But, yeah. Check out Necrom. Yeah, no, Joelle and I, we have a good laugh on it. So she's gonna do a review of that when she's supposed to be done sort of her work in the end of this month, and then she'll have time in July, so she'll be playing it, and then we'll do a review of Necrom as well. But we did do a quick stream of it so that we could like show it off and all that kind of stuff. So her and I have we have fun back and forth. She literally comes in and just does, like, Elder Scrolls stuff. Homefront is worth it when it's cheap. Homefront: The Revolution, that game's really bad. Like, it's playable on Series X with the FPS boost, but it's a very bad game. I wouldn't say it's worth it. Like, you can buy it for, like, $3, so it's, like, any game that's, like, a couple bucks is worth playing, in my opinion. Like, anything that's a few bucks is worth playing. But, like, I think any game that someone actually takes time on and makes, for $3 or under is kind of like, yeah. But Homefront: The Revolution, like, if somebody was telling you that game is good, it really isn't. It's very bad. It is a bad game. Yeah. Very buggy, very flawed. It's horrible. Maybe the first one they were talking about. I don't know, I keep trying to get my hands on that one, but I'm having issues picking it up, but it's not backwards compatible either. So, yeah, hopefully someday we'll do a video on it. Kind of surprised that Judgment games aren't on Game Pass, honestly. You're happy that, yeah, I'm happy the deal will go through for the Call of Duty games to get, like, popular again. For, multiplayer, I think would be great for streaming and stuff, would be a lot of fun. But, again, we don't 100% know if the deal is going through. I mean, I'm pretty confident at this point. So, like, I think yes, but, yeah, we'll have to wait and see what the judge ultimately decides, right? But I haven't really seen anything from the FTC case that really says why Xbox or Microsoft shouldn't be able to buy Activision Blizzard. Like, there's no... I haven't seen any good argument from them yet. Like, today, I think they got, like, a win out of, like, Activision talking about, like, Switch and stuff, but even then, I don't think that really changes the tide from all the other bad stuff and things that have gone on. Like, I don't know, I'll be very shocked if the injunction gets done. I mean, I was shocked about the CMA aspect of it when that happened, but, like, yeah, I just from what I've been literally hearing over the last few days of covering, like, the court case, I don't see how the FTC has any sort of, like, leg to stand on for this case at all. With time, my country is very large, there's lots of time zones. Korea, I've played Homefront. I do know what it's about. I did play all of the Revolution. I am well aware of that game. Yeah. Sleeping Dogs. Yeah, we already did a video on Sleeping Dogs. That doesn't allow Activision to put on Game Pass. Okay, so from my understanding of that, so for the first thing, actually, a new detail that came out today. The Call of Duty contract ends, I guess, on January 2024. So Call of Duty does, or Sony actually doesn't have the marketing for Call of Duty 2024, which is going to be the next Black Ops. But there is going to be some sort of Game Pass lock in regards to them not being able to put COD on Game Pass, but that should only impact the last few years of COD. Like, you know, I kind of break it down like this. Anything Advanced Warfare and earlier should be 100% Game Pass day one the deal goes through. Anything from Modern Warfare 2019 to Advanced Warfare, 70-80%. And then, like, Modern... or what came after Modern Warfare? Black Ops, Cold War, and onwards. I don't think those ones will be day one on Game Pass, because we'll have to wait and see it. Because I think... because Game Pass didn't exist until recently, right? So the years where Game Pass exists will be ones where PlayStation should have about a year of, like, this is not allowed to be on a competing service. So I don't know how that will impact things like, you know, Cold War, Vanguard that have been out for like a couple years now. Those ones should be on Game Pass right away, but there might be a little bit of a delay from when they can be added. But yeah, Modern Warfare 3 this year won't be on Game Pass day one unless Microsoft puts out money to end the contract or whatever early, which I don't think they will. But yeah, that's kind of how the breakdown for me is anything like, because Microsoft had the marketing for Advanced Warfare and prior, so that all that stuff should be on Game Pass as soon as the deal is done. Or as soon as Microsoft, because again, like the deal, they'll buy them, and then it might be like a month before Microsoft's like, okay, we're doing our celebration stuff, everything's on Game Pass, blah blah blah. You know, it takes, same with Bethesda. It's like, we didn't, you know, they announced the buy, they announced it went through, and then it was like a little bit later they did like the tribunal chat, and they're like, you know, we're buying Bethesda and blah blah blah, and you know, everything's on Game Pass now. So you know, I'm trying my best to kind of analyze what the timeline is going to be for this stuff, but as soon as they do that, it should be, you know, the vast majority of the CODs should be on Game Pass, but just don't expect the new ones, because there will be a PlayStation lock on that kind of stuff. Anyways, it's been a while, so be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great, donations cool, consider becoming a channel member, cool perks, emotes, icons. Your little status symbol on the channel is pretty cool if you're a member. What can I say? There's channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times, the Xbox Store affiliate link for your Xbox Store purchases, and the Amazon Store affiliate link too, if you're getting anything on good old Amazon. Is that a guy? No, it's not. Okay. I don't see anybody. There's quite a few of them. Anybody know where the bad guys are? Oh, he's right there. The UK? I think they're gonna go around the UK. It's in Poland. What state is the court case being done in? California? I think it's in San Francisco, the case is. I don't know where the case is. I think it's California. I'm pretty confident it's California. I don't really know though. That's not something I've really cared about. It just care about it going on. I listen to it as it's going on throughout the day. It's actually pretty funny. Like, I'll be on like a walk, or like I was kayaking and I was sitting there scrolling through what was happening, and I was just like, yeah, I'm like, this is intense. What will happen next? And it's really entertaining actually. You learn a lot too. All of the leaked and redacted stuff has been fascinating. See, I love these court cases in gaming, because gaming is like such a secretive industry. Like, literally one of the most secretive industries there is. And, like, these court cases, so much stuff gets leaked out. Like, we literally know, like, hundreds of, maybe not hundreds, but we know, like, well over 100 targets that Microsoft has for acquisition over the next however many years. It is utterly fascinating. And we learn about, like, other acquisitions. Like, they tried to buy Square Enix back in 2019. They tried to buy, or they were looking at buying Sega in, I think it's 2020 or 2021. I think it's 2021 they were trying to buy Sega. Sega. and all these other companies in 2021 as well that they were looking at, developers, and they even have like marked ones where it's like these are the developers that we're looking at to see if their games are going to be worth buying, you know, stuff like that. It's fascinating. It's neat to learn about all of this stuff. Ow. But I'm sure a lot of these plans got disrupted, though, when they got the chance to buy Activision Blizzard. Because, I mean, that's like a golden goose opportunity. That's like a once-in-a-lifetime purchase to be able to buy the company that cheap. Like, Microsoft, I don't think they'll ever have the opportunity to buy Activision again, if they don't get this at this point, because it's too sweet of a time. Dead Man's Diary, I have no idea what that is. So many documents. I've looked through hundreds of pages of legal documents over the last year and a half over this. So many documents. I've had to learn so much about like acquisitions and legal procedures and stuff. It's been fun, you know. It's a good growth opportunity for me to learn about new things. If the deal doesn't go through, I'm going to be very disappointed, though, because it's like, I'll have learned all of this knowledge for, like, no reason, I guess. Well, I suppose if another acquisition like this happens, which I'm sure it will in my lifetime, because, you know, gaming is consolidating more and more now. But, like, yeah, it's really been interesting learning about all this stuff. Because, I mean, I like playing games, so it's kind of like all this stuff is really secondary to, what I need to know, really. But, you know, people always ask questions, so I try to be knowledgeable on this stuff. And I know they keep saying the numbers are like, oh, you know, it doesn't make sense to pull Call of Duty off of PlayStation. I do think eventually it will end up exclusive, though. At some point down the road. Not for a long time, but I think eventually it will be. Just makes sense for, yeah, kind of doing stuff. Actually, it's really funny, the leaked sales data. For like, we actually, again, we know the console sales for all the platforms for the first time, and probably since they stopped reporting 360 data. We know how many Xboxes, PlayStations, and Switches have been sold. And we have a graph that literally compares exclusives to, like, number of exclusives versus how many consoles are sold. And guess what? Exclusives sell a console. Big shocker. But, yeah, the more exclusives you have, apparently the better your console sells. Who saw that coming? Yeah. Do I think the UK will get the games? I don't know, but I am under the understanding that Microsoft is going to close around the UK. So you guys might be, you might be out of luck, honestly. I don't know. See, the biggest issue is, I was under the impression that, like, when the CMA said no, that would be the end of the deal, but apparently Microsoft intends to close around the CMA. And the CMA has only existed for, like, a few years or so because, you know, of Brexit. So in the past, the UK would just be part of the agreement, or the, you know, the EC, which is the European Union. They would just be part of that. So now Britain has come up, or sorry, the UK has come up with, like, their own sort of body of, like, you know, dealing with antitrust stuff. So they're too new to really understand how any of this stuff works. We're basically creating law as it happens in regards to this case. So we'll have to wait and see. The other thing is Microsoft has framed this in a way that Activision will very much be by itself for a long time. In case anything happens, so that Activision can be dismantled or can be, like, removed from Xbox later on if it needs to be, but I'm sure that's not the intended plan. I'm sure they're fully intending on keeping it all, but I think for a bit, I think the UK will either be left out, or Microsoft will just be like, you know, whatever. Will it change their mind? I mean, I think a lot of their sort of discussion is being dismantled during this court case, but we'll have to wait and see, right? I don't know how the UK really functions You know, like I don't live there, so I've just been reading extensively about it, and what happens there, right? And I mean, I don't live there, so I don't really care. I mean, obviously I feel bad for you guys that live there and want to play the games, but like I can't, you know, I'm not gonna hold off on my life and stuff for the British people. I think it's a good thing Canada left. Yeah, it is funny actually though. Because they're kind of being stubborn. But I do believe in the long term, we're also going to probably learn about a lot of collusion that was happening between the FTC and the CMA, and that'll be fascinating as well. Yeah. Because like I said, if I'm, you know, doing 27-hour-long meetings with someone over 2 or 3 weeks, you know, that's some serious levels of dating you're doing at that point, right? It's sus, needless to say. Sus is the word. Warhawk. I'm surprised it's been this long till Warhawk popped up. Team Deathmatch. Team Deathmatch. Oh yeah, I was opening my OneDrive before I got all pissed off because I wanted to go over the documentation there. That's cold. Again, I've kind of like really, I've gotten to the point where it's just sort of like, aimbot king. That's funny. You know, I'm trying to think more of my interests more and more as I've gotten older. I feel like I just get burned when I care about others too much. You know what I mean? Like I keep getting burned on it. So this is part of me being like, sucks to suck. You know? It ain't easy living in the glorious land of Canada, where inflation and bad housing is killing us, and our healthcare system's falling apart and crumbling. But, you know, it's just great here, right? You know? I will enjoy another victorious Canada Day on Saturday, and I'll have my drinks and my laughs and all that stuff. As it was intended to be in Canada land. Will Xbox have this much trouble buying other stuff? No. Okay, so like the biggest thing is you gotta remember this is the biggest purchase Microsoft as a company has ever made. This is the biggest purchase in gaming history. To think that it wouldn't have some level of like scrutiny or something like that is just silly. So like, you know, if they buy something like EA, yeah, we'll probably have to do this all over again. If they buy something small, like, I don't know, Sega, CD Projekt Red, Remedy, you know, something like that, probably not. Actually, CD Projekt Red will be interesting, because that is actually an acquisition target they were looking at. I didn't think you could buy them because they're literally a part of the Polish government. So I'm assuming you'd have to, like, literally do some kind of weird talks with their government about that. I don't know how it works to buy companies in Poland, so yeah, that would be utterly fascinating. Because I think CD Projekt Red is literally, like, 3 to 4% of the GDP for, like, Poland as a country. So, like, yeah, I don't know how that would work, because it's really weird, and I don't know if it's ever been done, but, like, yeah. So that one might be a bit weird, but if they're buying, like, little studios and stuff like that, or even, like, mid-sized publishers, no, there's no problem with them buying that at all. That's an under-the-table eye roll. So anything, like, Bethesda-sized or smaller, literally just nobody cares. Seriously, like, nobody cared when Xbox bought Bethesda. Nobody cared if all the games were exclusive. No one cared at all. You know, it was like an eye roll, right? Literally did not matter. But, like, if you are buying, like, a huge publisher, they call them the Big Four. You know, it's like EA, Ubisoft, Activision, and I think Take-Two are, like, the Big Four. So if you're buying one of those, you're going to get scrutiny and stuff like that. And, you know, we'd probably have to go over this all over again. And I don't think Xbox would buy that big of a company right away. It would be a long time later, or an opportunity that arose if that would be the situation for them to buy it. But like, yeah, essentially you could go on like a buying spree and buy all these small companies and nobody would, they'd roll their eyes. It wouldn't matter. I don't even think the government's like, there's actually like limitations for when the FTC and the CMA can even look at something. I think that's changing for the CMA. They're going to be able to look at like smaller deals that are going through. Like they're getting more executive power, which is weird, but you know, like I'm pretty sure there's like an actual limitation on the FTC if a deal is such a small amount that it's not, like they're not allowed to even look at it, if that makes sense. So yeah, they'll buy lots of other stuff. Didn't know. Yeah. Oh, hi, Liam. What's happening with Canada's healthcare? It's overextended, if that makes sense. Like, it's sort of like we don't put enough money into it. I don't know how to describe it. It's sort of like, okay, so here's the situation that's going on here. We don't have enough houses. Our healthcare system needs a lot of money to get kind of like sort of reinvigorated or given, you know, like a pump up. A lot of our like social services are kind of like on strings, and people aren't having kids, and there's a big like sort of disparity between sort of wealth and stuff in the country, and our government's plan, instead of fixing any of the problems, is just to bring in a whole bunch of people. So yeah. So that makes it even harder to get housing. It makes it more expensive. And there's not like, so if you have a ship, let's say I'm on a ship here, you know. Well, here's a better idea. I'm on a plank of wood. And you know, Kevin's there, Mitchell's there, you know, stuff like that. My pals are on this plank of wood. And it's like, well, you know, the plank of wood, there's like, well, maybe we're on a boat. Yeah, let's just say we're on like a little sailboat. You know, we're on like one of those, I don't know, like Napoleon era boats. I don't know, one of those. We're on a rowboat. And there's water coming in because like, you know, we don't have the money to like make our boat, you know, we don't have money to fix it or make it better. And we're just kind of like going along. And like the idea that our overlords have is like, okay, we're going to bring in more money. We're going to fix the problem by just throwing more people that we can bring in at it, right? And the people that are brought in, they're really happy. They'll vote for that government down the road because that government brought them in. But like having more people on the boat is making us sink faster. And our boat has more holes in it because we have to accompany these extra people that we didn't plan for. And there's no room for us to, you know, basically make our boat better for ourselves. So we're just sinking. And we sink faster and faster the more that our overlords decide that they want to add more people onto our boat. So we're desperately trying to get the water out. We want to start our lives and have a better life here and be able to have, you know, our own families, but we're not allowed to because there's too many people being brought in. And we're sinking, and we're sinking, and we're sinking. And the government's just laughing at us. And then one side of the country is deciding for the entire country due to how our country's cut up for our voting stuff. They get to decide for us how our policies and what our government is every single election. So that's kind of how it's going on right now. It sucks. Yeah. EA would sell BioWare? Why? BioWare is not the company they were back in the day. You know, at one point, BioWare was actually like a separate entity that like Microsoft was actually looking at buying, but eventually they ended up at EA. I don't think EA would part with IP even if they did buy BioWare. Yeah. So anyways, that's that stuff. Buy smaller studios and build them up. That's a good idea too. Yeah. That's a very smart idea. That's why they have a list of companies that they're like companies to watch, because those are ones that they could inject money into and build up larger. Yeah. Anyways, it's been a while. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donation's cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons. There's channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times, the Xbox Store for your Xbox Store affiliate link for Xbox Store purchases. I mean, you're buying it digitally anyways, might as well support the channel. And the Amazon Store affiliate link too. Anyways, that's just my opinion on how things are going on right now. Because it's always like, oh, we need people to have kids here. And it's like, well, if you create a situation where people are able to have houses, maybe they will be able to have kids, or make it so that it's affordable for people to have kids. That's the problem. You don't have kids if it's not, like, you know, if it's not comfortable for people to be able to do that. Especially now that people are more educated and they go, like, well, I mean, if I'm going to have a rough life for kids, I'm not going to, you know, make that happen. Like, honestly, on, like, the dating apps, the number of people I'm seeing that, like, have no interest in children is, like, staggering. Staggering. And it's, you know, it's people's choices, but my god, it's just kind of sad. Anyways, I mean, again, if you don't want kids, you definitely should not feel pressure to have them. But I'm just saying, it's like, if... Where the hell did this guy go? If the government did make it easier for people to, like, live easier, they would be able to have more children. It's a situation in Japan, too, they're really struggling with, is to try to, you know, the culture in there is too work-oriented, so people aren't, you know, settling down and having children, which in turn creates a situation where your country just kind of falls apart. You know, you need to have future generations. You can't just, like, coast off the boomers forever, right? They get old and they die eventually. Get him, doggo. No, doggo didn't do anything. Will someone buy Ubisoft? Yeah, no, Asobo is on their radar, as they should be, same with Certain Affinity and stuff. Basically, like, anything I've talked about over the streams over the last, like, year or so, literally part of their actual acquisition list. I'm not saying that I should be a part of this acquisition decisions-making kind of process, but, like, it sounds like it's right up my alley. That would be such a cool job to, like, go to these different places and kind of, like, evaluate their value for, like, potential acquisition. Just be like, ooh, what do their games do? Because they're, like, they're pretty sassy in their documents, too. They're like, this company always puts out, like, you know, like, badly optimized games, or it's like, oh, their burn rate is high, and I'm like, oh my god. No wonder Microsoft wanted all that info redacted. They literally leaked the existence of DayZ 2, and they, like, are just, like, the documentation is almost, like, joking about, like, the value of some of these companies. It's very entertaining. But for us, who don't really get that kind of, like, look in, usually, it's really fascinating. It's more expensive for digital. So the idea was, eventually, the idea, like, if everything is digital, it should technically be cheaper. I don't know if we've really seen that in gaming, but that's kind of why on the Steam sales, like, it's so cheap to buy stuff all the time, like, the sales are so good, is because everything is digital, and you don't have to deal with distribution. So technically, having an all-digital situation should drive cheaper pricing for buying stuff. In a perfect economical system or whatnot. That's how it should work. Yeah. I'm actually, for how many people were talking about wanting to see video of that wrestling game, I was shocked with how much that, like, basically underperformed. I was like, oh, okay.
Enemy SATCOM spotted.
Everyone wanted to see a video on that for so long, and then it's just like, oh, okay. It's kind of like, meh. A good solicitor? Lol. Will someone buy Ubisoft? I mean, we've talked about Ubisoft many times. From what I understand, they got, like, laughed out of every room. Like, they tried to literally go around to everyone in the industry to buy them, but everybody kind of laughed them off, because the issue is Ubisoft is extremely bloated. Like, they have too many employees. They've got, like, 20,000 plus employees, and they don't actually release that many games for how many employees they have. And it's sort of like, I think recently in one of their corporate, like, investor things, they're like, we don't want to be bought. We want to make our own experiences. And I was just like, yeah, that's because nobody wanted to buy you. But yeah, the big issue with Ubisoft is they're too large. They're a very bloated company, and they have offices and studios all over the world, which makes them very hard to acquire and deal with. And like I said, they don't release too many games for how many people they have, so it'd be very expensive. Like, if you buy Ubisoft, you'd probably have to do a lot of layoffs in order to integrate them into your company, and then you know, the other thing is, like, they've had some duds recently. Like, the IP of Ubisoft is very good. Like, the library of content that Ubisoft offers is very valuable, in my opinion. So I'm hoping they don't get to a situation where they have to sell off their IP, but, like, they're sort of awkward because they're, like, their market cap has, like, shrunk by, like, half over the last year. They've got too many employees. A number of their games were kind of duds. They're underperformed in the last few years, so they're really struggling, honestly. And yeah, I don't think anyone wants to buy them because, again, the overhead and all the employees and stuff. It would be a mess to buy them. It would be a good purchase if you could pull it off. Like, I do think that there is value there, especially if you restructure them. But, like, it would be a pain in the ass. It would be a real pain. You couldn't imagine buying... Well, that's the thing, is, like, things change, you know, especially over 10 years. Like, 10 years is such a long time. Things in your life will be completely different in 10 years from now, just like they were completely different 10 years ago. People don't realize that. They're like, 10 years, like, oh, whatever. But it's like, that's a long time. You know what I mean? Like, you have no idea what gaming is going to look like in 10 years. There'll be 10 more Call of Duty games in 10 years, right? Like, yeah, it's impossible to predict. You go into that cloud market stuff, you know, talking about it. It's like, you know, maybe cloud will be the thing, or maybe it will be a complete dud. I don't know. But, like, yeah, you know, 10 years ago, you're buying physical copies. Now everything's digital. I mean, I always saw it kind of going towards a digital thing. I mean, it just makes sense. Same with the streaming. I see everything going for a streaming angle. Same with, like, how you interact with music and videos these days. Everything's streamed, right? Or almost everything is. And people cling on to their physical media as if it's, like, their lifeblood. But you know what I mean. Like, things change, and it's hard to predict. 5 years is an incredible amount of time. 10 years is an insane amount of time. It goes by faster than you think, but, you know, it is on the scale of things. Stuff changes so rapidly. Ready or not. There was talks about that being on console. Games are cheaper on PC, you play them there. Well, that's where the benefit is, right? Does anyone own a Sobo? Sobo is still an independent company, but they do have... is it Wii something? A Chinese company has, like, a minority stake in Asobo. That was something also that I've mentioned too, is if companies have minority stakes, that makes them harder to buy. And, like, literally every one of the acquisitions Microsoft, like, laid out under the risks category would be if there was a minority stake in said company. They'd be less interested in buying them. Lagtail. Well, they also did Flight Sim. That's what, like, they've actually have, like, a really, really long history of working with Microsoft. They've worked on all sorts of, like, as a supporting studio on things. They made Plague Tale, which has, you know, been a Game Pass title, and, you know, Flight Sim and stuff. Like, they do have a long history working with Microsoft on titles. They're a very good support company. And that's something I'm thinking a lot of companies are realizing now, too, like Nintendo as well, and PlayStation, is, like, you need to buy these support companies because they're the ones that make sure your games get out the door, and you don't want them getting, like, bought and used somewhere else. Yeah. Because, like, hell, even, like, Crystal Dynamics is supporting, you know, Perfect Dark, Saber Interactive, which is under Embracer Group. They've been a support studio on so many different titles. Like, Certain Affinity has been supporting Halo since Halo 2. Like, doing, like, maps, DLC, and stuff. Like, they're very important for the pipeline of Xbox, and it's like, if you don't buy them and someone else does, you could be out of luck on one of your most essential supporting studios. The KFC console was never real. 10 years, you get married, start a family, not care about gaming as much? Yeah, that could happen too, right? I don't know. 10 years, it's a long time. You know? It really is. Things will be very different in 10 years. The Soldier Boy console. Oh my god, I can't believe that was even a thing. But I should get to my documentation that I wanted to open up on my OneDrive, so let me see if I can find this. What was this called? I'm just gonna sort by, like, new. Sort by newest. I hope I put the right PDF in.
We're in the lead.
Ah, I did. Okay, I got the right PDF. We'll talk about this a bit. I do want to do a separate video for this, but we'll see if Microsoft is like cool with that or if they get all pissy about it. Because I don't want to anger Microsoft making a fun little video about their acquisitions if they're gonna be like, oh no. Yeah. I don't need no video takedown notices from the Microsoft people. We're already on flimsy standing after the whole Redfall situation. Yeah. They actually reviewed the Soulja Boy handheld? Why? Yeah, I mean, cloud gaming operating at a loss doesn't have anything to do with anything. But no, that's like, it's very common for people nowadays to stream music and movies anywhere they go on any device. That's how people most commonly, you know, that's where the accessibility is streaming for those kind of things. It's super common. You know, Lord, like I'm assuming most of you guys, you've probably had Spotify, Apple Music, you know, Netflix, Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, you know, that's just how people interact with that stuff. The issue is for why it isn't more common in gaming is because gaming takes a hell of a lot more of a bandwidth in comparison to doing like music or a movie, right? Like movies, they can take high bandwidth if you have like a really good quality file. They give you crap over the, you know, all the kind of streaming services. The quality is crap, but you know, it still works, and that's how people mostly interact with this stuff. But like for gaming, because gaming is something you're playing and interacting with, and it's a little bit different from music and movies. Because, you know, you're not just watching and stuff, so the quality has to be good. You have to be able to interact with it fast enough. It has to look good. So the bandwidth is really higher, which makes it a lot harder to work because, you know, most people don't have the bandwidth to be able to do gaming properly on the go. So you have to solve, you know, kind of making that bandwidth smaller by using compression. You have to use smart techniques. You have to make sure there's enough data that people can have access to make it work. And then another issue is you got to work on latency, because, you know, if you're playing multiplayer, and everything for gaming is multiplayer these days, you can't have high latency. So that's the problem with cloud gaming, is it's just, it's too demanding so far. It's Soap, guys! I killed Soap. He's dead. He got dirty and he's gone. Oh, god damn it. The minority ownership. See, I know all the angles on this stuff. I actually am pretty educated on everything. I try to. I do try my best, which is why it drives me crazy when, like, people, like, really pick out certain things. Like, if I get something wrong and I'm like, god damn it, it's like, I can only be so, like, varied in my knowledge of stuff and that. Like, I did the Samsung monitor review, and I'm glad it's doing really well. But there's some of the questions I'm getting are so, like, goddamn niche, where I'm like, no, I have not done this particular configuration of this setup. I'm sorry. It's like, I got this to play with, I've had it a few weeks, I've tried to test it the best I can, and it's just like, I don't know everything, but, you know, I try. Jeff? I will never forget Jeff in Redfall. Everybody loves Jeff. The Burger King games? I don't have the astronaut skin, no, sorry. Yeah, I really wish they could make those backwards compatible. So from what I understand, the issue with making the Burger King games backwards compatible... Fuck, this game's time to kill, man. Holy crap. Yeah. So the issue in making the Burger King games backwards compatible... How does that even physically work? What? What? Anyways, the problem with making those backwards compatible is that they were really unique games because they include the original Xbox and the 360 versions of the Burger King games. So they don't have an identifier stripe that the Xbox can read to be like, hey, this is a Burger King game. So those games are like unreadable, if that makes sense. Like you can't Like an Xbox One, a Series X, or a Series S isn't able to read what those discs are because they don't have like an identifier strip. Why they don't just make them free for anybody to buy and, you know, use or whatever on the Xbox, I don't understand, but that is the issue from what, you know, what I get of that. God, that match sucked. Look at this guy go 28-3. It's like, nobody wants to play against you, dude. You're killing the lobby. You're killing the lobby here. Anyways, yeah. So that's the major problem for that kind of stuff. I also think PlayStation has the marketing rights for Burger King right now, so I don't. That's probably also an issue as well. Yeah, you gotta get the fast food rights. I think Xbox has Taco Bell these days. I think they have the Taco Bell marketing rights. Overlord, I don't want to play on Whiteout again. Both these maps suck, but, you know, I think Overlord's better. Or different, at least. But everyone's gonna vote for for Whiteout, so it sucks to suck. So anyways, the biggest... The Simpsons hidden run? Yeah, I don't think we'll ever get that. I mean, it'd be cool if they remaster or something, but I don't think we'll ever get it. It'd be cool. Yeah, it would be cool. So the finalist watch list of, like, the acquisitions that Microsoft wanted included Thunderful. So if you don't know about Thunderful, they're like a sort of a niche indie, like, publisher that's come up. They do, like, the SteamWorld games and stuff. Very cool company. Supergiant, they made Hades, so they do like really high acclaimed games. Niantic for mobile, Playtrix for mobile. They were looking at Zynga, but obviously Take-Two bought Zynga, and apparently Zynga wasn't big enough for Microsoft. They were looking at Bungie, but PlayStation bought Bungie, and they were looking at IO Interactive. So we kind of got to, like, from what I understood, is we were always under the impression that, so IO Interactive, they're working on Bond, like 007, you know, the movie guy, but as a game. That's supposed to be 2025 or later. And they're working on another game called Project Dragon in Barcelona, IO Barcelona. So that game originally in the leak was supposed to be an exclusive for Xbox and PC, you know, as all Xbox games are. But then there was like news, like I think 8 months ago or something like that, where apparently that was no longer going to be an exclusive. You know, it was going to be on other platforms. But then again, this documentation kind of reiterates, you know, at least from what I can see, that like it still is supposed to be exclusive. So I'm really confused as to, like, what is happening there. I really am. So I'm going to have to investigate that further, but I don't think there's any more really concrete details about it. But I would think this kind of confirms more or less that the project will be exclusive. Even though that other rumor said that it isn't going to be anymore. SoundCloud? SoundCloud is still like a streaming thing, man. Yeah. How gray this game... That's what I've been complaining about that. It's the color palette. So if you play games from like the 360 PS3 era, they all had this like really ugly grayish brown sort of like art aesthetic to them. Because at the time, that made it look nicer, and they didn't have to use as much, you know, it was less demanding on color range and whatnot. But yeah, it just makes everything in this look kind of like, sort of ugly and like blur together. Pair that with like a really jaggedy resolution, and everything kind of like merges together in a really ugly, aesthetically displeasing sort of visual interface. And then, yeah. That's what Ghost is. I also don't know why people pick this map. This map is fucking horrible, but people love playing on it for some stupid reason. I think it's a sniping. I don't know. It's a terrible map. It honestly is. Like, it's too big. There's no flow to it. I love this silly house here. It's my favorite part of the map, but like, yeah, this map sucks. It really does. But yeah, it's got this funny picture of them with the bear. It's got like a hockey stick. And they got all this wine everywhere, which I'm like, that's me, loving the wine, but like, yeah, other than this one building, which would be the coziest place to stay in, there's even a swordfish. I'd love to stay in a room like this. Other than that, yeah, this map is terrible. Terrible level. Yeah, okay. Palia? I don't know what Palia is. I have no idea what that is. anyways, it's been a while. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great, donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons. All that great stuff. There's channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times, the Xbox Store affiliate link for Xbox Store purchases, and the Amazon Store affiliate link too. If this was any other Call of Duty that actually had players in it, I would have quit and found a different lobby, but it sucks to suck. To suck. Stalker 2, I think it's still going to be this year, or it's still expected to be this year, but no news on Stalker 2. And nothing on Warhammer Darktide. Actually, yeah, I think the last I heard of Darktide is they're like on PC it was such a disastrous launch that they are completely like reformatting the game. For fuck's sakes! Like, please, like, I hate this fucking level, man, and I hate playing against this team because they're just stomping us. There's not, like, we don't even, I'm gonna see if I can find another lobby. I was the host too. God, man. Anyways. Yeah, there's only like 46 players playing this. I'm gonna see if I can get a different lobby. Jesus. See, the other players, they don't realize that if you slaughter the team too much, or make it no fun, everybody's just gonna stop playing, and then you don't end up with anybody. Okay, I'm also gonna check recent players to see if anybody's playing anything. Oh, and you know what was fascinating about this game? So, like, I was doing the campaign to get, like, footage for, like, I'm getting footage of all the COD campaigns so I can do, like, you know, videos and stuff of them when the time calls. But, like, this game had a sort of, like, a quick resume feature, if that makes sense. Oh, so there is a full lobby, flooded, but I can't join it. So yeah, this game had a quick resume feature, which I guess was kind of something Xbox was playing with on the Xbox One. I kind of forgot about that. But, like, I loaded the disc in. So, like, I filmed, like, a little bit of Ghost, so I could have a, you know, a clip of it to use in videos and stuff. And then I quit the game. And then when I put the disc in, it loaded right into that campaign level. Because I put the disc in. So there is another lobby. Oh my god. Huh, maybe I should have tried something else earlier. Anyways, so yeah, like I was saying, like, this game has, like, a really neat quick resume feature. Where, like, literally just putting in the disc, I was immediately back into that campaign level. And I didn't even, like, I literally left the room because I just put the disc in so it would run and load up into multiplayer. And I was like, that is fascinating. Because I forgot they were playing around with that technology with the Xbox One launch, and they kind of abandoned it because, you know, all the DRM complaining and stuff. Which, hilarity, they were ahead of the curve because everybody buys digital now. Half-Life. I've never streamed Half-Life. I've done videos of Half-Life, but yeah, the plan is to eventually do a Half-Life 2 live stream, so that will actually be a thing at some point down the road. I can't say when, but eventually we will do that. Oh, you tagged me on Discord with the trailer? Oh, thanks. Yeah, so the Xbox One, they had, like, they were kind of doing all this, like, quick, intuitive matchmaking and stuff like that. That's what they were doing at the launch of the Xbox One. It never really, like, worked perfectly well, but it was, like, it was something that they were doing. And I forgot that this game had that integration. Which hilariously messed up my Series X, and I actually had to pull the power cord out because my controller, like, would not work. Like, it was connected to the Xbox, but I couldn't control anything. So I don't know if that was a bug because of how that was done, but it was hilarious because I was like, ugh. I was sitting there trying to set up the stream, and I was like, we're doing this tonight, Xbox? And it was really funny because, yeah, the quick resume feature, because it wouldn't let me, like, choose to go to the multiplayer menu, and I was like, what the hell? Very, very funny. Again, just to tease it, guys, I almost have Marvel's Avengers ready, so we will be doing our farewell stream of it. Probably next week. I told Kevin to download it. His internet's slower, so it'll probably take, you know, longer for him to download it. But we're doing a farewell Avengers stream, so that will be on the horizon. So I hope you enjoy it when we go and do that. I don't know what we're gonna do when the time comes, but we're gonna say goodbye. Is it more of a burden? Yeah, there's so many games I have to like close after I've run it because it like quick resumes into like into a multiplayer lobby that doesn't work. I sat there for like 15 minutes the one day, and I was working on something. I was like, okay, I want to play Halo. I'll do some work between matches or whatever. And it's like 15 minutes went by, and I was like, it's taking a long time to find a multiplayer match in Halo. I was like, is this broken? And then I was like, oh, it quick resumed. So I had to close it and restart, and I found a match in 1 second. I was like, really? It's a sucks to suck scenario. A farewell. Well, they're, you know, like Avengers and stuff is being like delisted and closed. So we're doing, you know, a goodbye to the game. We did it with Crossfire X too. You know, when Crossfire X was getting shut down, we did the farewell stream, and we said goodbye to Crossfire X. So yeah, we're doing that for Avengers for when it, like, you know, closes and whatnot. I think the single player will still function, but like, yeah, all the online stuff will be like, you know, shuttered. I think in September. So they did an update in March, which like, you know, gives you all of the cosmetics and stuff for free in the game. So we're gonna have like cool looking Avengers characters, and we're gonna go and we're gonna be superheroes, I guess. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Good job. Report to command for debrief.
Single player, it's good. Yeah, quick resume is very good for single player. But for like stuff when you're doing a multiplayer, complete pain in the ass. Let's go back to our acquisition list. Scopely, but I don't know what Scopely does. I think they do mobile. Very strong tech infrastructure to support non-owned IP opportunity to complement Xbox game studios. Huh. And then, yeah, they've got this like 100 studio, like, you know, sort of list. So they picked 1,000, they looked at 1,000 studios, and then they filtered by a certain criteria, and then they ended up with like, you know, the full list, which I just kind of talked about, but then they've got like the top 100 companies they were looking at, and it's utterly just fascinating, the list of like companies that have popped up here. You know, there's like 4A Games, Asobo, Avalanche, Behavior Interactive, Bloober, Bohemia. They've got CD Projekt Red, Capybara Games, which I've always liked what they do. Crytek, Digital Extremes, Don't Nod, Fat Shark, Frontier Developments, Funcom. They had Gearbox, which is owned by Embracer now. Harmonix, which is owned by Epic. High Res Studios, they do Smite. Hinterland, which did the Long Dark. Iowa Interactive. Jackbox Games. Oh, I didn't even notice that one. They were looking at buying Jackbox. That would be good on Game Pass, right? The Jackbox titles. Moon Studios, which they won't do now because the toxicity of that studio. People Can Fly. They spell Pearl Abyss wrong. They do Pearl Abyss. Rebellion Entertainment, Remedy, Relic, Roblox. They want to, you know, they're looking at Roblox. The Behemoth, The Molasses Flood, Tiny Build, Studio MDHR, who did Cuphead. Yeah, Cuphead. Got it, Cuphead. Tail World, Supermassive Games. Didn't Supermassive do Until Dawn? Oh, that's a good one. Tequila, Team Cherry. Oh god, no, that's not good. We timed out. Crap. And then publishers, they're looking at 505, Annapurna Interactive, Devolver Digital, Focus Home Interactive, which I think would be a great buy. Media Indie Exchange, I don't know what that is. Paradox Interactive, which would be another really great buy. Raw Fury, Sega, and Team 17. Which we've actually, again, we've talked about in the past, a number of those companies as being like ones where I'm like, these would be really good buys. Seriously, like almost everything on that list was like, you know, things I was looking at. Yeah, they can make all kinds of games when they own all these studios. Why do I have to ask to join a game? I hate that they've added that feature. If I can join a game, I should just be able to join a goddamn game. I guess there's a full lobby and I can't join it. Bulletstorm VR. I think Bulletstorm VR is being like... I thought that one was like... sorry, I'm trying to think of the word for it. Outsourced. I think they outsourced that one. But they signed a contract with Xbox to make a AAA game that will cost $50 million, and we probably won't see for a few years. Could this idiot please restart his matchmaking so they don't keep ending up in the same lobby as him? Dude, please leave your freaking lobby so I don't get stuck with you. Oh my god. Can I join any? Oh, these are my friends, recent players. Can I join any of these guys? Server is full. God damn it. Promising. Oh, Extinction? I don't want to play Extinction. Oh, hi, Matt. The one who's being ghosted, the one who ghosts people. Funny I mentioned Until Dawn instead of The Quarry. I didn't like the twist in The Quarry. I won't spoil it for people, but like... Yeah, I did not like the twist. I liked The Quarry overall, but I did not like the twist in The Quarry. Yeah. Back for ghosting? You mean you left the ghosting? And yeah, they should have an option where you can turn quick resume on and off for certain games. Like the Master Chief Collection, I don't need quick resume on. The other thing is like quick resume is great, but it's like these games already start up in like half a second. It's not really needed. And anything where you'd like quick resume, like say Call of Duty game, you have to wait there regardless for the servers to load up for so long. Drives me nuts. Ugh, God. I know there's lobbies of this freaking game. So anyway, so they have a final list of like the top 17 candidates that they wanted to buy for console and PC. So developers, Behavior Interactive, which they do Dead by Daylight, People Can Fly, Remedy Entertainment. Please buy Remedy. Please bring them home. That would be so great. And Housemarque Qui, which PlayStation bought, obviously. I'm looking forward to Gear 6 too. I hope it's great. I hope it comes sooner than later. Developers, 11-Bit Studios, Bohemia Interactive, who does DayZ, Vigor, stuff like that. Bungie, which obviously got bought by PlayStation. Crytek, IO Interactive, Larian Studios. So Larian Studios, they do the Divinity series. So the Divinity series is actually one of the most highly acclaimed RPGs of, I guess, of the last decade. I didn't even know that, but yeah, apparently that's the case. So they were looking at them. There's actually like a breakdown of all these companies. We'll talk about them more extensively in a sec here, but there actually is like full breakdowns on like, you know, the different companies and like basically their weaknesses, their risks, all that stuff. It's pretty cool. What about Vanguard?
Enemy SATCOM spotted.
I'd still have Vanguard downloaded and installed if the install size wasn't so large. I was really hoping when Western Digital released their drives that we would finally get some larger sizes, but I think they literally only have a 1 terabyte size. I was like, God damn it, man. I want some more storage options. They also had Manticore Games, Playdead, Rebellion Development, Thunderful Supergiant Games, and for publishers, Paradox Interactive and Sega were on their final list of candidates. Not to say they don't want to buy other studios and stuff, that was just on their final list. But as I said, like, this is likely very different now because they got the chance to buy Activision Blizzard, which is like the holy grail of like no one would ever get the chance to buy Activision Blizzard that cheap ever again. So it was like a literal golden egg. It was the lucky pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Sure, they have to pay like, you know, $69 billion for them, but you know, the amount of money they'll make off of owning that company in the long run is just exponentially crazy. It's going to be very fascinating. But it's neat that they are actively looking at so many different companies to buy. Because you don't think about it until it happens. This map is horrible. Yes, it is. You literally can barely tell out enemies. It's too large. The flow to it is horrible. I think this was part of them trying to like build up larger like clan-based battles and stuff like that. You know, like we were fighting the clan earlier, which was funny. Yeah. Oh yeah, they did make that Baldur's Gate as well, right? So that was a studio like Yeah, these are all things, and like the other thing is again, keep in mind for these acquisitions, this was April 2021 was when these were like being looked at very seriously. Like 1,000 studios were being like looked at for acquisition. So it's like this stuff isn't, you know, it's a couple of years old. Things have changed, but it's not that old. You know what I mean? Like a lot of these plans are probably still kind of in motion too, or it could happen. Hell, they could be getting discussed right now, too. But they're not going to announce anything around, you know, until this Activision Blizzard stuff's out of the way. But, yeah, it is utterly fascinating that, like, all these companies are literally being eyed for purchase. It would be funny working for one of these companies and looking at this PDF and just being like, oh, they wanted to buy us. Fascinating. Because, you know, Microsoft will pay a pretty penny for you, right? I think that also means that, again, if you're like against consolidation in gaming, there's going to be a lot more going on here. And I think Xbox is going to grow their first party brand a lot over the next however many years. Any real world locations that would be cool in a COD map? Well, they've already done so many. That like we haven't seen like yet. I'd love an aquarium level. I've been saying that for a while. I'd like an aquarium map. I think that would be really cool. I'd love for them to take another crack at like an amusement park map. I don't think they've done one since Modern Warfare 2's or Modern Warfare 3's DLC. Yeah. And it's going up. Well, they do these deals for getting stuff on PS Plus and that months in advance, right? Well, yeah, it says Project Dragon is exclusive, but like I said, I'm pretty sure like 8 months ago I had like a info like rumor thing that it wasn't going to be exclusive anymore, so I'm really not too sure about that. You would believe more the recent information, but this is an actual confidential document that actually says that, like, you know, it's going to be exclusive, so yeah. The other thing is a lot of these studios, they're kind of like on the list of like studios to watch, studios to keep an eye for. We have a listing too, we'll go over that later, of studios to watch. I'm really hoping I get the okay to do the video using the slides. Like, I guess we could do a video of, like, Xbox's, like, intended buys and not use any of the slides or anything, but I don't know if that'd be as interesting for people. They'd be like, where's this information coming from? Black Ops. Zoo doesn't really count. Like, I'm talking, like, the actual map is, like, inside an aquarium where, like, there's, you know, it's an aquarium area. They've done, like, zoos, they've done all kinds of stuff, but I don't think there's actually been, like, a straight-up entire aquarium map for COD. Like, they even have, is it Infinite Warfare, or is it this one? They have, like, a map where there's a part of an aquarium, but you're not actually, like, in the aquarium. You know what I mean? Like, with, like, fish tanks and everything around you. Like, that'd be cool. At least I think it would be at least different, you know what I mean? Something original.
Enemy ground jammer spotted.
But yeah, we do have more juicy acquisition talks to go over. There's so much that we learned over, like, a court case. Like, there's so many cool little details, and it's like, it's just, to me, it makes me feel like I, like, literally knew, like, what I was actually talking about over the last couple of years, where I'm like, oh, this company makes sense, that company makes sense. It's like, I guess they did. I guess they did. Why is it an RPG shooter? Because, I mean, that's probably what it's gonna be, I'm guessing. The other thing that I thought was neat, they were talking about people can fly. Apparently, Outriders was a commercial and financial success, but, like, Square Enix kept painting the picture that it was a huge failure. But Xbox labeled it as actually being critically and financially successful, so... what the hell happened with that, then? Because, yeah, they were, like, withholding, like, royalties and stuff on that one, so... weird. And I like Outriders, actually. I do actually kind of like that one. God damn it. Did I like playing the NHL games? I still do. I mean, we review the NHL games every year. We do a stream of them, so I'm assuming we're going to do that again this year. But yeah, no, I like playing the NHL games. I've played them since I was very young. We had some Super Nintendo stuff, but I really started rolling with it like almost every year back since like NHL 04. I think 04 was the big one, and then, you know, 4 to like 11 or 12, I did all, like, I'd buy it every year, I'd go out and get it. Because, you know, I played hockey, so, like, you know, you bought the NHL game to play with your friends and stuff. And then I've been getting it to review since NHL 17, 16, 17? I don't know, something like that. Massachusetts Red never left. Place, yeah, you know, go figure. You know, the company that made like Bulletstorm and like Gears of War Judgment, that their game Outriders plays like Gears. It's basically Gears meets Destiny, honestly. Yeah, which the game surprises you because if you play the first 40 minutes of it, it's actually like a really peaceful, calming experience. And then when stuff goes crazy, that game is just nuts. And you're like, what the hell's going on? We all want Starfield, but it's still a little bit off. I wanted Starfield like a year ago, but you know, I don't get what I want. 2K5? I think the best NHL games were 04, 07. And I think like 19 they finally started, like they finally added all the modes and stuff back. I wouldn't consider it like one of the best, but it was actually like feature complete, if that makes sense. And then they've kind of been coasting again the last few years. Was it 19 or was it... Holy crap, we're in 2023. Maybe it was like 2021 or something like that. Oh god. I don't know. But 04 and 07 were the best NHL games they did. 07 was crazy because they brought in the skill stick for the first time. And they moved to the HD era. It was like, oh my god. Yeah, I literally remember bringing like the 360 to like my grandparents and being like, see, it looks like an actual game of hockey that you would watch on TV, and everyone was like blown away by it. And it was, yeah, it was a big deal. It really was. Everyone was like, oh my god, this is amazing. It's like, yeah. And now it looks like, you know, I'm tempted to revisit NHL 07 for like a video or something, but yeah, that's an oldie. Anthem? Anthem was meh. There was potential with Anthem, but it was very meh. Oh, and I missed my mark. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons, all that great stuff. There's channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times, the Xbox store affiliate link, the Amazon store affiliate link. I need to go to the bathroom, so I'll be back for the next match. God, these maps suck. Here's me drinking out of a pineapple. But we'll have more acquisition talk when I return.
Team deathmatch.
Oh, it's the Pineapple Cup. GoldenEye graphics can't get better than this. That's the thing, the graphics always can. The NHL Let's Get Tropical Edition. Oh my god, don't even like bring that up to me. Oh man. Like this year, the cover was so weird. It's like, it doesn't even feel like, doesn't even feel like hockey. But I guess they're trying to attract the Gen Z TikTok audience and the younger hip side of stuff into playing the video game, which I'm like, I think is kind of stupid, but yeah, no. Did that kid on the cover even do anything exciting? Eh. The 30s, oh, that is the old age. I'm getting there. I am getting there. The pineapple looks like a face hugger eating my face and I'm peeling it off. Okay, that's different. Yeah. Well, you know, the HD era was like a really exciting thing. Like I said, I did the rewatch of like all the E3s and stuff, and it was so interesting to see how they kept talking about like HD this, HD that. It really was an exciting thing because it just opened the door for so many more intensive experiences, I guess. And I was like, you know, that HD quality looks like garbage compared to 4K, which I'm sure, you know, down the road kids will say the same thing when we have like 8K and like 16K and stuff. But yeah, it really is funny playing like, you know, doing the back compat videos on things that are like 720p, and I'm like, this looks like garbage. They're always all the one funniest part from those E3 showcases where it was like, I think it was Peter Moore, and he's like, no more jaggedy lines, and I was like, that did not happen, dude. There was a lot of jaggedy lines. I'm still seeing jaggedy lines from the 360 era. Yep. Jaggedy City on that stuff. Oh, god damn it. I thought that guy was dead there. How old is Flay? He's too old. One thing about getting old is not everyone else gets to do it. Oh, that's pretty dark. Pretty dark indeed. Do 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 do. I can't believe that actually worked. 360 around to family's houses. I don't know why I brought it to my grandparents. I think maybe it was because it was like Christmas or something. I remember one time I brought the 360 because I had like a sick day. And I like never did sick days, but I had one sick day where I was really sick. And they wanted me to go walk around and be outside while I was sick, which is dumb. But like, yeah, no, I sat there, I played PGR. I think it was PGR 3? Yeah, I think I just literally sat at my grandparents and played PGR 3 the one day I was sick from school. It was very funny. I think that was like literally one of my like maybe 2 or 3 sick days in my like schooling career. But yeah, kind of funny. Kind of funny indeed. I think it was PGR 3 and maybe NHL, and I think there was something else I was playing too. They didn't have internet, so yeah, it was like all offline stuff, basically. Ages like Prestige, oh my god. A handle like the game, dude, that handle looks so awkward on GameCubes nowadays. If you actually think about it, like, I know it's not super powerful, but the form factor and the design of the GameCube is actually, like, really elegant, outside of that handle. But I guess the idea was so that you could bring it places. I couldn't imagine bringing a console anywhere in the modern era. You know what I mean? Like, I just can't think of anywhere I would do that. Like, I guess if I was doing, like, a LAN party with my pals, I would bring, like, the Series S over, I suppose? I don't know. I don't think I'd lug my Series X anywhere. But I'm also at that older age where it's like, you don't really hang out with friends, you like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't bring over and do like sleepovers and stuff. You like, you know, you kind of just play online with each other, and then the night ends, it ends. So, yeah. Kind of how she goes. Anyways, I'm sure some of you are sitting at the edge of your seat for acquisition talks. Don't worry, there's more info to come. Oh yeah. Is random. It's so weird looking because it's like, is that even like a hockey game with them being like all tropical and stuff? Like, imagine just the perspective of this dude. He's like, yes, I get to be on an NHL cover. I've watched all these guys on NHL covers my whole life, and they're like, okay, we're gonna take a crotch shot of you in the middle of like where were they? Los Angeles or Florida, like court, and then it's like, okay, we're finally putting a woman on the cover of NHL. But we want you, like, kind of dressed up like it's tropical, because you guys are on the beach. And she'd just be like, what? Could you imagine? Just being like, you know, it would be, like, kind of an honor, I think, because all the athletes, they play the games and stuff. It would be so cool to be on the cover of, like, a sports game for your sport. It'd be, you know, big honor. And then they've got you, like, in this really dumb setup. I mean, they're paying them, so, you know, it doesn't matter, right? They're getting paid. But, like, I don't think you'd ever live that down from, like, the locker room. I'm sure, you know, your teammates would be laughing their ass off about you. And they'd be like, oh, going down to the beach, eh? And you'd be like, oh, shut up. But, yeah, I don't hate the cover, but I think it's dumb for hockey. I really do. I don't get that. And we've complained a lot about the cover, but I don't get it. Oh yeah, the series has screen attachment thing. I've seen that.
We're in the lead.
You're only in the mid-30s. Not even that old, Liam. There's way older people here. The rooftop Switch commercials. Oh, I love those. They were so dumb. I think Nintendo didn't want to work with me for a long time because I literally was like, I think I did some articles where I'm like, the Switch looks like the dumbest console in the world because of like the icicles stuff and that, and on the rooftops. I was like, this looks so dumb. And then, yeah, it's like the biggest, one of the biggest selling, third biggest selling console ever. I'm like, friggin' hell, man. I guess Kodak had the same idea too. He thought the Switch would be a failure, so they didn't invest in doing stuff on it. What the hell is this game, man? The Metal Gear collection will be handled on Xbox? I don't know. Probably release it and people will spend lots of money on it.
Enemy Oracle inbound.
No, we've had lots of old people on the stream. It's probably people that don't even talk that are like way older. It's fine. I attract a variety of different weird, strange people. You are welcome. I mean, technically, the metrics of like videos and stuff I do, it is like 26 to like 44 is like the largest percentile of people. So it's actually the prime audience age for like advertising and that for this industry. What the hell? From what?
Squad, regroup.
Like one bullet killed me? Huh. From there? That's... Wait, one stray bullet killed me. One stray bullet from that gun that wasn't even meant for me killed me. What? What? Oh my god. Wasn't even trying to kill me. Alright, let's dig back into this acquisition stuff. God damn it. So keep in mind, a lot of the purchases, they're looking at, like, mobile. Like, I guess at one point Xbox was going to try to do, like, a mobile Game Pass. Or not, yeah, mobile Game Pass for, like, phones. So I think they'll still try to do that with their store, because they're trying to create another store that competes with iOS and Android on those stores, because, you know, the EU is forcing that stuff to open up. So, yeah, that's why they were looking at Square, was for the mobile opportunities. You think I'm weird and strange? That's nice. I mean, you don't have to be married and have kids. You know, if you're happy with your dog and stuff, it's cool, dude. Let's look at what else they were talking about. Should we skip to their, like, companies to watch? I love the company. So they've got a developers to watch list. So these are the companies their Xbox is like, we might want to buy them, but we want to see what they do. A44, which did Ashen. Bonfire Studios, who did Project Torch, whatever that is. I don't know if that's out yet. Counterplay Games, that did Godfall and Thronemaster. Dreamhaven, to be dated game. Ember Lab, who did Kenna Bridges Spirits. Did PlayStation buy them or no? Face Punch Studios that did Rust. So Rust is actually a company they're looking at. Fat Shark, Vermintide, Vermintide 2, Darktide.
Time to work, soldiers.
Ghost Ship Games, who did Deep Rock Galactic, that would be a good buy. Hazelight Studios, they did A Way Out, It Takes Two. I thought EA owned them. Oh my god, does EA not own that? Oh, I guess they're part of the EA Originals. Oh. Wow, that would actually be a really good buy for Xbox, because that guy just keeps putting out. That's that dude, Joseph or whatever. You know, the hilarious guy from the Game Awards? I thought EA owned that studio. They made It Takes Two, which I think won Game of the Year, right? At the Game Awards or whatever. Not that I think the Game Awards are the ones who design Game of the Year or anything, but, you know. And they did A Way Out. I thought EA owned them. Wow. That would be a really good buy for Xbox Game Studios. Huh. Good co-op games, critically acclaimed games. Interesting. Very, very interesting. That would be a very good buy. And they probably wouldn't be too expensive either. Well, hopefully you find the perfect one for you as well. As I keep looking for someone that's perfect for me, but you know how it goes. Heart Machine, they did Solar Ash, Hyperlight Drifter, Hello Games, No Man's Sky, Moon Studios, Ori and Forsaken. Have they released Forsaken, or is that coming down the road? Munfish, Atomic Heart, Prolirat, who did Spellbreak. Oh! That's weird, because Spellbreak didn't take off, so I'm assuming that maybe is off the list now, right? Like, did they make anything else after Spellbreak? It's interesting that that was a company to, like, look out for. Striking Distance Studios, who did the Callisto Protocol, which I'm guessing after the Callisto Protocol, they probably don't want to buy them. Because apparently, like, from what I understand, the Callisto Protocol was not a financial success. Considering the cost of it and everything. It did not spark joy like Dead Space Remake did. Hello there. Yeah, the FD Oscars, dude. And the last one was Team Cherry, who made Hollow Knight. So yeah, those are the studios Xbox wants to watch for potential purchase to see how their games play out.
Enemy care package incoming.
Looks like Skybot clipped your wings there, my friend. Why is there like an endless stream of people coming from that area? It's because that's where the hot dogs are, isn't it? Where's Silk Song? Stop pretending like I didn't love the Callisto Protocol. I mean, you could go watch my like stream of it. I certainly would not say I love that game. Same with my review of it. It's pretty harsh. It was technically impressive from like a, you know, visual standpoint and stuff, but yeah, no, I did not like that game. That was a rough. How long did I stream that for? 11 hours or whatever. That was a rough day. That was a very rough day. See, now if Xbox would have just bought Remedy back in the day, it would probably have been a lot cheaper for him, eh? Stabbed her, guys. But we do also have deep company details from the documentation. What kind of secrets will it reveal? Find out. I don't know, later. Second only to Scorn? Oh my god. Oh man, that Scorn stuff was so boring. It was such a boring game. Redfall was pretty bad though. I think Redfall was like the hardest one I've done. Well, yeah, no. I think it was Redfall. Plague Tale was kind of long, but I did actually enjoy that game, so that was different. Yeah, I don't know if I'm built for streams that are that long. Like, that is a long time. Like, I really want to do my stream of, you know, Alan Wake Remastered, but I'm also sitting there being like, it's gonna be such a long stream. I love that game, so it shouldn't feel too bad, but that is a long time. And I'd like to get it done in one go. One go through. Because there's something more clean and consistent about that. Till I fall asleep? Why? I've had a couple streams where I was like falling asleep on them. Yeah. 11 hours, it is a very long time, yeah. Especially since I like to go and like do stuff with my day too, so it's hard to justify that. Jeff was a good vampire. Jeff was a friend. Oh god, that was such a killer stream, man. Oh, no wonder we're dying so much. There's only freaking 3 of us. Jeez. They're everywhere. Eye drops help, do they? It's a fatigue thing. Will they bother with 60 FPS? I think Xbox has promised 60 FPS, so yeah, they will. They will do it eventually. I think the biggest thing is they just kind of want to sweep that one under the rug, honestly. Alright, let's try the Ripper and see if that helps. The Ripper has ripped its first soul. Should call it the Reaper. Which I think they already have something in this game called the Reaper, so that probably wouldn't work. Anyone else gonna join to help fill out our team? We're like really kind of understaffed. Kinda don't want to be the last few deaths. Humiliate the next enemy I kill. Okay. I didn't get to teabag him, guys. I have failed. Oh, Gollum? Oh, God. A karaoke stream at 100k subs? Yeah, and get, like, railed up the ass by copyright? I don't know, man. Fille's pick? I can't even see Fille's pick, honestly. Like, I don't think you guys realize how small the icons are for, like, the text. Like, good thing I have, like, good eyesight, otherwise I wouldn't be able to read any of the text. I literally can't even see what Fille's image is. It just looks like... I don't even know. I literally can't tell. For Starfield? Yeah, probably with a mid-gen refresh if they do that. Anyways, let's look at this documentation crap. Oh, it's been a while. Be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donations cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons. There's channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times. What? I know, insane. There's the Xbox store affiliate link and the Amazon store affiliate link for any of your store affiliate link needs. I was actually kind of curious if that PS5 thing showed up. One sec here, I'm going to pop up this window. No games found? I think you're lying, COD. I know there's games of this. Let's take a look at the recently played. No, the PS5 has not shown up yet on that. Perhaps someday it will. Freaking wide-ass monitor. Gotta send it back soon. Your pick is Demolition. Again, I can't even, like, the images are so tiny, I literally can't see them. I literally no idea what they are. FIFA 19? That's weird. It's like this guy's living in the past. Advanced Warfare? Why? Extinction? Why? Black Ops 3? Why? Actually, that's hilarious. I like that little Lego man. Extinction? Why are all these guys playing Extinction? "7 days ago playing Ghosts? But how did I meet him 33 minutes ago? It doesn't even make any sense." So they're playing on Siege? Oh, that's a terrible map. Blue Baggers. Let's see if we can join that. It's a terrible map. Oh, they're on Freefall. That's better. Anyways. They're tiny little images, especially since, like, it's, you know, it's far away. It's not like it's right near my eyes. Let's talk about Sega. So the strategic rationale for Sega is their European division continues to perform well with PC-centric content, primarily Total War and Football Manager's franchises. Relic Entertainment remains a critical component to World's Edge in the Age of Empires business. Notable IP: Total War, Endless Dungeon, Football Manager, Yakuza, and Humankind. Not Sonic? Okay. The Risks, a public company with a market cap of $3.19 billion. Complicated corporate structure with different number of business verticals. While certain portions will benefit Xbox, the acquisition will come with many business divisions that may be categorized as a liability rather than an asset. And a recent investment from Nexon is likely to complicate the process. Pretty cool, eh? Literally someone's job is to sit there and, like, you know, be like, what are the cons and pros and cons of buying this company? They get paid to do that. Probably a lot of money, too.
SATCOM uplink enabled.
Sega. But that was something that I raised concerns about, is just, like, Sega is such, like, a complicated company layout, especially being Sega, or Sega Sammy, or Sammy Sega? You know, with that, like, overall parent kind of company or whatever. Yeah, kind of awkward for a buy. Sega does what Nintendo don't. But I'm just like, we could bring back the competition of Sonic versus Mario, you know what I mean? We could bring it back, guys. Sonic could shine once more, but on the Xbox. And we could get all the Sonics on Game Pass. That'd be so weird, like Xbox ending up with, like, you know, like, eventually if they keep buying all of these platforming companies, Xbox is gonna be like that, where are we? Is this like, oh yeah, this is supposed to be the fancy upgraded South, like, Brazil or something like that, South America that got so big in this franchise that destroyed North America or something? Anyways. Yeah, I think that's the plot for this, right? South America, like, decimates North America or something? Or decimates the US? I digress. It's like Xbox is like a wayward home for all these 3D platformers, you know, or old platforming heroes. You know, Banjo-Kazooie, Conquer. They're gonna have Crash Bandicoot, Spyro. Hopefully, if the deal goes through. Yeah, then they could have, like, Sonic. Kind of like all the outcasted old mascots. Oh, Blinks the Time Sweeper. Modern Warfare 2 maps ain't got nothing on a world that keeps falling down. Hello there. Yeah, we were talking about Poland because of CD Projekt Red being like an acquisition target. And because they're literally like a portion of the GDP of Poland. Holland? We should call it Poland. That sounds awesome. Poland. Poland. Poland?
SATCOM uplink enabled.
This whole world is falling down around me. I guess this map was their kind of take on, like, Shipment before they eventually added Shipment, right? Remember when you had to, like, buy DLC for COD games? Those were the days. The days gone. Yeah, apparently I also gotta check the Discord for this creepy photo. I can't imagine what it's gonna be. Holly is a cat game? What the hell is that? Oh, that's that one where you've, like, given me feminine hair and made my eyes all accented while I drink Coke. It's amazing that the hair literally wraps around the Coke bottle. That is absolutely fascinating. Okay. You could have at least given me some, like, chest there for, like... I feel like I'm pretty flat in this photo. You know what I mean? Like... Honestly, you could have at least given me some, like, chest assets. God. Do it right, at least, if you're gonna do it. I guess I could show you guys in the chat. Filet's done the face thing, and, you know, it's like a feminine version of me. But, as you can tell, no chest assets. It's like... Do I look like I'd be a flat-chested gal? That's what I want to know. You know, Filet, let me know. Pogland? Powland? Anyways. I'm offended, Filet. I'm offended. There's nothing wrong with flat chest, but it's just like, you know. I'm just I think I can do better.
Team deathmatch.
We accept all levels of chest here. I'm just saying, I feel like Filet could have put in more of an effort on this. I just want to know the rationale here, Filet, why you're cutting me short. God. I'm... God fucking damn it. Anyways. It's like eerily quiet. I hate playing on this. Like, I don't know why this map keeps coming up. Let's go chill in the cool snow. I got shot before I got to go there. God damn it. I feel like Filet didn't really, you know, give me the full potential for what I could have. Anyways. Sherman's Fisheries. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, acquisitions before we got sidetracked. They do all kinds of weird stuff in the Discord. There's all kinds of weird photos. There's that one where my face is really stretched, but it looks like Andrew Garfield, quite honestly. And yeah, that's where I was like, it looks slightly cultish from the perspective of just people posting a whole bunch of pictures of me, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah. Wondering if you're enough now that there's no... I just feel like Filet didn't properly give me the chest that I deserve. I didn't get the grenade kill on that one. That kills me. You did the bare minimum. That's the thing though, Filet. You're always doing the bare minimum. I mean, if you're going to sexualize my photos, you gotta at least, you know, have me bring in sexy back or something. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be disappointed. Just disappointed. People in the chat just being like, what the hell is like this derailed conversation? That dog does do it all in the Discord, it really does. That doggo does all kinds of jobs and activities. I don't know how he does it. Oh, god damn it. Let the snow fall. You know, I always hate that looking up in the skies of old COD games and it's just like a static 2D image. Drives me freaking nuts. Same with Gears. They do that in all the Gears games. If we don't at least get the technology in Gear 6 of a moving sky, I'm gonna be so bummed out. Living anywhere is expensive these days. Flay sitting there taking shots. Are those the shots that are gonna make you forget of your failures in regards to not delivering on those photos? Shame, Flay. You can use the shame stick today. You know, like Game of Thrones. Shame, shame. 3 non-kill streak kills. Okay. Oh, I just got shot, so there goes that. Goddamn. And Slaughter's got the picture of me where I look like a crazy person with this like smile that's it's just not real. It's not in canon, that smile. Never happened. I mean, you don't technically have to work hard for money if you've got machines mining for Bitcoin 5 years ago. So that's not really a thing anymore, is it? The funny thing is, I've got, like, you know that the ad thing I did, the whatever trailer thing? Yeah, I literally have to have the site thing fail that thing, and then they manually pay me, which is hilarious because of the mess up between communication, which is hilarious. Work to survive? Well, you know, until we get some universal basic income, it's like, yep. Even then, you'll probably still want to work because there won't be enough money, but yeah. You gotta work. It gives you something to do too, you know? Activity, fun for the whole family, all that kind of stuff. Snow and ice removal. We're always up when the snow comes down. Cool. No, it's a good slogan. It makes sense. Yeah, no. I get what they're going for. God damn it, dude. Anyways, let's look at more of these chat things while this match continues to rage on. We need to talk about Paradox? Probably not. And where am I getting shot from? Dude. You suck, Grinch. You had a chance to stab me while I wasn't playing and you let me shoot you? But wouldn't it be so cozy to stay in, like, you know, a house like this in the snow? I mean, it's kind of a terrible position because there's, like, all this, like, fish stuff nearby, so it would probably smell like fish, but it'd be a cool, cozy place. Yeah. It really would. It would be a cozy little area to chill out. Bum, 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 bum. You know, if we keep streaming Ghosts enough, eventually I'll max out my levels of this game. Adult beverages? Oh, you mean your fun drinks? The Slaughter profile's not digitally altered at all. Yeah, who you trying to fool? I know I don't smile like that. Come on, it's non-canon. Two kills while crouched. Okay. It's time for me to just crouch around, I guess. Oh, come on, dude. I was shooting the other two guys. The hell? What? I literally just spawned and they, like, knew where I was. They have, like, a UAV or something? You know, this game actually has, like, a lot of maps to it, and yet we still play the same goddamn, like, 3 levels over and over again. Maybe there is a flaw in the rolling lobby system. That people keep voting for the same goddamn levels. But then again, when we don't have rolling lobbies, they just put you on the same goddamn levels over and over again. Funny how that works. It's actually like a pretty close map. Or match, 42-42. Exactly, the Sky Cinematic Universe, exactly. Okay, who else is like a cool company to talk about? Manticore? What's core? Does anyone know what core is? Oh, Rebellion. So Rebellion, their strategic rationale of buying them is steady content release candidates supporting multiple platforms, technical expertise via development support of the proprietary Azura engine, stable company with long history in the industry. Their IP includes Sniper Elite, Zombie Army, Strange Brigade, Evil Genius, 2080, and Battlezone. The risks. They're broadly questionable quality and content. Their overlap in genre and tone for other XGS studios and franchises. Yeah. So that's their largely quality question. That's so funny. Like, just the way it's worded is awkward too, but it's just like kind of like they have a the variety of their content, their quality is questionable, which is hilarious.
We're in the lead.
Just imagine being the company that's being scoped out, and it's like that's what Microsoft's saying about you. You'd be like, it's a bit of a bummer, but if they bring enough money, hangovers can be brutal. That's why you gotta drink water, and if you have a Gatorade, gotta get those electrolytes going. Just like you gotta get those finger presses going on the like button. So be sure to like the stream. Subscribing's great. Donations, cool. Consider becoming a channel member. Cool perks, emotes, icons, all that great stuff. The longer you're a member, the cooler your perks are. That makes sense. There's channel member gifting, the Patreon option, the Discord for stream alerts, chatter, and great times, the Xbox Store affiliate link for Xbox Store purchases, and the Amazon Store affiliate link as well. Did they mention Techland? Nope. Actually, they did not, to my knowledge, mention Techland. No, not at all.
Time's almost up.
Yeah.
We've lost the lead. Enemy SATCOM.
Oh, the weird bald pictures? I always find those ones really unsettling. Yeah, I mean, if you don't stop drinking, you know, there's no hangover, right? Or so I've been told. Oh, I literally got us the wit. No, never mind. It's tied.
Stand down. It's a deadlock.
God damn it. Rebellion would be a god. Goodbye. So for Bohemia, PC-centric with large modding community, extensive experience with simulation games, live ops expertise through supporting model of all recent releases, technical capabilities, developing proprietary infusion engine, notable IP ownership, DayZ, Arma, Vigor. Risks. Recent releases, Wildlands and Vigor, have failed to find commercial or critical success. Poor technical performance on console and games typically buggy. Minority stake from Tencent. Ugh. And it does say they're working on DayZ too. And they have trouble accepting PC Game Pass, but they love DayZ's console console performance for Game Pass. So yeah. Rebellion. I really like Rebellion. They make really great games. I'd love to see them under the banner, actually. Larian Studios. So they own Divinity. Divinity 1 and 2 are two of the highest rated RPGs of the last decade. Strong community following and engagement. PC-centric, proprietary engine and tools. The risks, development dispersed between 6 studio locations, and overlap with Xbox Game Studios, In Exile, and Obsidian already do what they do. It would be funny if Xbox ended up getting all the Western RPG studios, though. Yeah, they've got like quite a few companies on here. Remedy Entertainment. Strategic rationale. One of the last remaining independent AAA narrative-driven game developers. Existing IP value. Healthy community following with Alan Wake Control in the Sam Lake universe. IP ownership. Control and Alan Wake. Risks. Public company worth 600 euros. I think they mean 600 million euros. Or yeah. 2 games tied to the Epic Games Store. Alan Wake 2 and Alan Wake Remastered. But I think they also signed an extended thing with other titles like Control follow-ups, and I think they also signed they also have something signed with Take-Two for remaking Max Payne 1 and 2. But yeah, it would be It would just be really awesome to see Remedy kind of come home and be part of the first party lineup. I think that would be awesome.
Friendly SATCOM active.
The only bad thing is when they were under Xbox or working, you know, on exclusives with Xbox, that they took forever to put out games because they were, you know, safe with Microsoft's money. And now as soon as they were independent, all of a sudden they were, you know, really getting their process streamlined and getting games out the door. So that'd be something that I would personally be like, But yeah, Remedy is an incredible talent, an incredible studio. I guess the only thing you have to worry about with Remedy is if Sam Lake retires, because that guy literally seems to be that company, but yeah, they're very good. Very, very good. I actually thought it was a mistake that Xbox didn't buy them earlier. The fake Gears collection. Oh, that kills me. We have dreams of a Gears collection. Dreams! Yeah. Finally, that guy died. Bullets in this game are so weird. Like, I literally still don't quite get how they work in this. It's just, like, random. Microsoft's money seems to make companies lazy under them. It does, though, right? Like, Platinum and stuff. I love that Platinum's not on their list. As I said, that would be a terrible buy, but yeah, I'm glad Platinum isn't on the listing. If anything, I'd be offended as a studio if Microsoft wasn't looking to acquire me if they've got a list of like 1,000 studios, right? That's just gotta look bad on you. I'd take that personally. I'd be like, really? Not even a mention? It is also quite fascinating that they were really intensely looking at getting Bungie again, though. Bungie could have come home, but now it never will. What about Crossfire Catalyst? Sadly, not for us. You gotta be on the best console to get the best Crossfire experience, and that's PlayStation.
Enemy SATCOM spotted.
As you know about us here, big Crossfire fans.
Friendly ground jammer active.
Guy just like hanging out on the roof. They do that a lot in this map. They just like chill out on rooftops.
Enemy Griffin incoming.
God damn it. Yep. Goodbye, Scalebound. Unless they're one of the... There is one page that is redacted. I mean, it's all redacted now, because they went back and they redacted all this info. But there's literally one page that's just, like, blanked out. So I don't know if that's one that's, like, in progress of an acquisition. Or one they just didn't want that info getting out, but it is kind of funny that it's, like, literally... You know, none of the other pages were redacted, but this one studio was. And I'm like, which studio was this? You know what I mean? Like, they have full detailed information on all these studios, but there's this one studio where that info is just locked. It's all blocked now. Like I said, they updated it, but who's that one studio? Like, why is that one redacted? Will we ever know? Well, again, the judge isn't approving the Activision Blizzard deal. The judge is deciding whether or not to give the FTC the injunction to block the deal. So it's like the judge isn't necessarily deciding if the deal can go through. The judge is just deciding whether or not the FTC has a case or not. But, you know, if it is you know, if the injunction is granted, that will stop the deal, and if it isn't, the deal will go through. So it's like it kind of is deciding the deal, but it's also like not necessarily directly that, right? But yeah, I'm pretty confident it's going through next week. Vigor? I quite like that game. I actually really do enjoy that title. So I'm glad you have fun with it as well. Do you have my bag on it? Catalyst was the campaign for Crossfire X. Oh, I thought Crossfire Catalyst was like the VR. What's the VR game called? Yeah. Oh, if Xbox got Bungie, what would they be working on? The same stuff they're working on right now. Destiny, Marathon, and Matter, or whatever. Same thing. It would literally make no difference, honestly. But yeah, I've mentioned that multiple times. The Bungie of today is not the same Bungie as yesterday, but there is something prestigious about having the, you know, the old studio come home, but they're off on their own now. They found a new home. But yeah, it was pretty funny though, because I remember the Activision Blizzard deal going through, and then like being announced, and then like right after they're like, Sony's buying Bungie, and I'm like, who cares? Call of Duty. much rather have Call of Duty under the brand than Bungie and Destiny and stuff. Much rather have that. Besides, Bungie will work really well under PlayStation because, you know, they're going to use Sony Pictures to make like shows and movies, and, you know, Bungie's helping out with the live service stuff for PlayStation. So yeah, it's a very good acquisition for PlayStation. I think they overpaid for them, but, you know, it is a good acquisition for them.
Friendly Trinity rocket inbound.
Chili covered wieners. Yum. God damn it. The sales number for Destiny? I mean, I wouldn't really compare the sales numbers of Destiny and Destiny 2 to Halo 2 and 3 because, you know, they came out in like entirely different like eras of gaming. And also, like, Destiny was on all the platforms, and like Halo was only on singular platforms. Yeah, I mean, Halo 3 didn't even have PC sales or anything, right? So I wouldn't really argue that the sales numbers for the two are comparable, but I mean, you could probably look up the stats. I mean, Halo 3 had like, was it 14 million plus copies sold? And can you do Destiny 2 sales? Because it's free to play? Like it wasn't originally free to play. Like, I guess you could do launch sales versus Halo 3 or something sales, but that would be hard because, yeah, it's Destiny 2 is free to play, right? So that would honestly be a hard one. I guess you can compare Destiny 1 to Halo 2, but yeah, that'd be very awkward to compare those numbers. Be very, very awkward.
Friendly SATCOM active. Guard dog.
Oh yeah, I gotta download Final Fantasy 16 so we can do a stream of that. Rumors about Modern Warfare 3. So Modern Warfare 3 was supposed to be Modern Warfare 2, 2.5. It was supposed to be an expansion to the, not to this game, but for Modern Warfare 2, 2. And then they're like, hey, Modern Warfare 2, 2 made a lot of money. Let's throw some people behind this and make it a full game. And, yeah, that's what happened. Is it was supposed to be DLC for Modern Warfare 2, 2, and now it's a full game because money. Essentially. So as long as we chill out, we got the win. Now it's tied. Now we're losing. Are you fucking kidding me? What? We were up by like 2 kills. Yeah, I did actually get a code, not from the review people, but from video people to do stuff. So yeah, I don't know. If I get a moment, I'll try to download it. Oh, I keep forgetting about Final Fantasy. You know, when you download Avengers and it's like 200 gigs, I was hoping that would show up there, but it didn't. Really, why doesn't it show up on the list? When you download Avengers and it's like 200 gigabytes, you know, it's like, what do you do? Although I should have had it downloading in the backdrop. Anyways, let's see what else we got here. People Can Fly. I know we don't need to talk about them. Crytek. So for Crytek, strategically, they're experienced in self-publishing and operating 4 development studios, proficient in live ops and VR. Technical capabilities. Studio develops licenses CryEngine. They've experience supporting / launching on multiple platforms. Notable IP: Crisis, Hunt, and The Climb. Oh. Risks overlap with the audience of Xbox Game Studios. Historical business mismanagement. Have requested advances against future royalties in order to keep the company afloat. So they're a little sketchy. And then there's this redacted one where it's just black. It's like, what is this? Season 5? I don't know. New battle pass, couple maps. Yeah. Thunderful. Okay, so Thunderful, I really like this company. So they make things like The Gunk, Lost in Random, SteamWorld. But apparently, while they make cool stuff and their Metacritic scores are good, they haven't really ever made a hit, and another company owns 50% of them. And their project for EA, which was called Fee, was supposed to have 700,000 sales, but it only got less than 200,000. So apparently the fact that EA keeps like funding them kind of makes them look like EA believes in them. So yeah. And I like the SteamWorld games, they're pretty cool. Like if you guys haven't played SteamWorld Dig, it is excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Great little game. They also made things like Stick It to the Man, which was a cool indie game for the Xbox One, and yeah, no, I really like Thunderful. They used to be known as... Oh god, what did they used to be known as? They had a different name at some point. Anyways, I like that studio. The Atomic Heart update? Probably for the DLC, I would imagine, right? Yeah. Well, Avengers also did have a bunch of content updates and stuff for it too, right? Which makes the size larger, I guess. But anyways, I'm ready to avenge with Kevin. What about Guilt? Oh, I mean, we're not supposed to talk about Guilt. Guilt came out for Stadia. I did play it on Stadia, so, and I believe it's planned for other platforms. Yeah, I believe it's coming to other platforms soon. If I'm not mistaken, it's gonna release on other systems. But yeah, Stadia had exclusivity on that one. And I did play it on Stadia. I actually finished that one. And it was a lovely time on Stadia. It was a nice little horror title, so I'm looking forward to hopefully checking it out on other platforms. Image and Form. Yeah, they were called Image and Form games. Thank you. Yeah, so now they're Thunderful, which is probably a better naming convention. You talking about the campaign of this game? Didn't they finish what was gonna happen in the story of this in like a comic book or something? I think they wrapped it up in a comic book. What? Stadia 2? You can't close your phone because you're stuck on my stream? That's how it was designed. And so you can never leave, and I get good stream metrics, so that more people watch my stuff. This is the way to glory. I mean, the more viewer numbers you have, the more likely people are tuning in to take a look, because they're like, what are these guys watching? At least that's how it usually works. Isn't Lost in... Yeah, so Lost in Random is... I don't know how the IP and stuff is worked out, but EA publishes it. So EA has this thing called EA Originals, which is like an indie publishing label. So these companies can come to EA and they can be like, here's the game we want to make. We need some funding. It's pretty standard stuff. So EA like publishes those titles. Yeah, that's kind of how that works. And the EA originals, they've done, you know, quite a few stuff, right? Like Hazelight is part of that. Faye, like we mentioned, Lost in Random. I think Unravel was part of that too. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Season 5 of Modern Warfare 2 too? I don't know, man. Keep up with that kind of stuff. Well, Stadia, from what I recall, they were trying to license the streaming stuff so that other companies could create a store using the Stadia infrastructure really quickly in order to sell their games. And obviously nobody bought it or paid into it because I haven't seen anything pop up from any other company, so...
Enemy SATCOM spotted.
Which is a shame, because the Stadia technology for cloud streaming was actually pretty good. It was actually pretty good. I don't think it's quite where it needs to be, but it actually ran pretty well. That's how I played, you know, Cyberpunk and a few other games. Orcs Must Die 3, I did my walkthrough playing it on Stadia, and yeah, it was good. Yeah. Any other juicy company details we got here? Supergiant, IO Interactive. So yeah, the IO Interactive one is fascinating. So they're a 20-year plus established AAA studio that can ship a game every 2 years. They own proprietary technology, the Glacier engine, that will add value to Xbox game studios. They transform themselves into a games and services developer. They're currently developing Project Dragon, Current ownership, Hitman, and Freedom Fighters. Now, the risks are Square Enix maintains a minority stake in the company, repeated pattern of overextending company size and then downsizing. True. Company has not been able to ship a successful new IP since Hitman, and has not been able to repeat its success for other games such as Kane and Lynch and Mini Ninjas. Another risk, the reason behind Square Enix pulling away from IO is uncertain. Is it the leadership at IO that's difficult to manage? It's a very good question. Because a while back, you know, they kind of splintered off from, like, Square Enix. It was like, why was that? But then again, Square Enix did dump all their other Western studios, so... It's a good question. Does Robot Entertainment even exist as they used to? Because I thought Robot got, like, cut up, didn't they? Robot Entertainment. Am I thinking of the wrong company? Because Robot did, like, what? Monday Night Combat or whatever and stuff? Does Robot Entertainment, they do Orcs Must Die, right? Yeah, no, that would be a good company. They're not on the list, though. Well, I'm glad YouTube recommended something for once. No, just kidding. No, it's a vicious, competitive, you know, kind of thing out there, trying to get people to watch streams and that. And videos. Highly competitive. Oh, so they are the guys who do Orcs Must Die. They've done a few other ones, too. They did that hero kind of game. They did... I think they did... Did they do Monday Night Combat? No, that was another company, wasn't it? Oh, no, okay, so I'm not thinking of Robot Entertainment. I'm thinking of this other company that I think is, like, kind of dead now. Because they did Monday Night Combat and stuff. I can't remember who they're called. But they were like Robot Entertainment, I think. Yeah. Ba-ba, ba-ba, ba-ba. Anyways, there's so many studios. It really is hard to keep track of them all, honestly. Does this Grinch guy watch the streams? I swear I've seen this gamer tag before in other, like, Ghost live streams. I swear I've seen that before. Ensemble. Oh.
Enemy SATCOM spotted.
Bungie, Netmarble, Niantic, Scopely, Playtrix, Zynga. Anyways, that's about it for the pipeline stuff. We talked about essentially almost everything on here as far as the PDF goes. Yeah. I'm gonna look that up quickly because I am curious about who made Monday Night Combat. Oh, Uber Entertainment. Okay. Yeah, I really liked Uber Entertainment, and I think they kind of, I don't know if they got shuttered or if there's only like a few people left or something, but yeah. They made Monday Night Combat and some other cool little games back in the day. So, interesting. Oh, and I forgot to mention to like the stream and stuff, so, you know, if you guys haven't done that already, it's good to do that. Niantic. Oh, the Niantic numbers are hilarious. I just closed it, but like, yeah. So that Hogwarts, like the Harry Potter game they made that was like Pokemon Go, it only got like 600,000 downloads, and like, I think it's just North America, but only like 600,000 downloads. Whereas Pokemon Go has like, oh, no, was it 16 million or something? Like, nothing that they have done has come close to the success of Pokemon Go, which is kind of scary from a perspective of like buying said company, because it's like obviously they've gotten one thing that's successful, but like their technology is really good, I guess. Was why Xbox was looking at buying them. They've got an established game, Pokemon Go, that continues to make money, which, you know, Microsoft could make money off of. And yeah, they've got really good technology in regards to their AR and their tracking location stuff and all that.
Good job. Report to command for debrief.
The rabbit hole these companies are? Tell me about it. Just think of how much my work is. Like, people kind of almost expect me to remember all this stuff, and it's just like, it is crazy how much some companies are owned by different companies, and portions of the company is owned by another company, and it's, you know, some companies haven't existed in so long, but it's like, oh, you know, they still own this thing, and ugh, what a mess. What a mess. Hmm. Oh, that's creepy. Oh. Somebody, I guess, on my list is drinking downtown, playing Giant Connect 4. That's fun. Living the life. Well, it is the age of consolidation. I hope that, like, someday people appreciate my level of expertise in this industry, and I can write a book and call it, like, the gaming era of consolidation. And it could be like, that's the name I coined for this era, and it should stick, and that would be awesome.
Team deathmatch.
Yes. We'll say my name, and it'd be like, he coined the term the consolidation era of gaming. It was a time where companies were being bought by other companies. Kind of a no-duh, but a good thing someone actually came up with a naming for it. Yeah.
Time to work, soldiers.
This map sucks too. By the way. By the way, I tried this. Anyways, I'm not gonna go into chili peppers tonight. So these dudes that just like lie down. It's so weird. Why did they just lie down everywhere? What is the tactical advantage of just lying down in the open? Oh, this is from the last level in the game, right? Second last level, where you're driving the tanks to attack the satellites or something. Last level's on the train thing, I think.
We're in the lead.
Now my question is, I wonder if I have any pizza pops left. Ooh, there's lightning over there. That's cool. I mean, it's way off into the distance, so who cares? But cool effect. Hmm. Don't see anybody, then I get shot. They lay down to get a night's rest. Oh. The Akimbo Bimbo? Apparently not me, considering I don't have any assets in Filet's photo. Oh. Anyways. That's a callback to an earlier moment of the stream. Because we do callbacks. Hello there. There's something off about the way the dimensions of the clouds and the lightning are done. It doesn't look right. It doesn't look right. So yeah, this map, like a lot of the maps in this game, too large. It's just too large. It's like I'm wandering around looking for people. Where are they? Nobody knows. No, doggo, no! He ate me. But not in a fun way. In a kind of I'm dying way. I wonder if I'm gonna have any time to finish that Star Trek game tonight. God, I don't even know if I have the videos ready. I finally got my calendar all rescheduled for like doing video stuff, so that's great. Tomorrow I think I'm gonna go on an adventurous drive walk to the other side of town. It's gonna be fun. I'm gonna get some Starbucks. I'm gonna maybe get some food. It's gonna be good. I think. Or maybe I'll laze it and I'll just go nearby. I don't know. We'll see. I guess it depends on how early I get up and how adventurous I feel. There were some games I wanted to pick up, but it's like in this other place, like way far on the other side of the city, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to drive that far. It was Wet, Stranglehold, and Def Jam Icon for $5 each, which I'm like, that's a great deal. But it'd be like a half-hour plus drive, and I'm just like...
We're in the lead.
But I'm like, if I'm down over in that area, I could extend the trip by 10 extra minutes and get those games, if they're available still. Ghost a classic? I don't know. It'd be a classic. You know, it ghosts you most of the time. But it's fun to play, I guess, and something different. I don't hate this game as much as other people seem to. Why won't you die? I put shots at you. Where did he go? Where did he run away? The heck is this guy? Ugh. Overhated COD ever. I really should try to create more like clickbaity type titlings with my live streams. I really should. It's the only way to really capture people. But it always feels so corny. Or silly. The maps are so detailed. Yeah, it's a very detailed desert map that I have to run through looking for people in. Where are they? It's gonna be a close match because nobody can find each other.
We're in the lead.
Actually, was the story of this set up because of the oil boom and they were kind of using that and that's how they went really big, was that? I think that's what it was trying to... Yeah, I think that was the idea of it, as opposed to the crazy inflation and stuff that, like, destroyed the company, or the country after the oil boom and stuff like that. Was it Venezuela and stuff that kind of fell apart? Yeah, I think that's what it was, right? Driving the cement mixer in this game? Lol. It's like Halo and the forklifts. Beep, beep, beep. Woo!
Guard dog ready.
Guard doggo. Good boy. Humiliate the next enemy I kill. Okay. If I found anyone again. Where was that from? Oh my god. I got him. I just need to teabag him. The pictures with the creator, those ones are always dumb. We've done a couple of those because they're like hilarious. What is it, Modern Warfare 2 too? We did a couple of those where I'm like, but it was like with the AI generated pictures too. It was, yeah, we were having a laugh on that. That was funny. It does work, isn't it? Like 10% more likely someone will click your thumbnail if it includes a picture of somebody's face or something. I just think that stuff's too stupid. Like, I hate the Digital Foundry videos where they have like all the faces on them. I fucking can't stand those ones. I literally will not watch those videos because of those thumbnails. Can't stand it. But yeah, back in the day, what I should have done is like a spin-off channel where I just do mobile stuff, and I should have just done that kind of stupid thing with a bunch of faces going, ooh, ah, and just done like as many mobile games as I could. Probably could have gotten a lot of money out of that by now, but oh well. Probably not worth the effort at this point.
Time's almost up.
God damn it.
We've lost the lead. Enemy care package incoming.
We're gonna lose because we can't find anybody to kill. It's a tie.
Stand
And that's the perfect time to call it a night. I hope you guys have fun as we tie this battle.